very warm welcome, good morning, namaskar. I, Tony Thomas.
Myself, Dipanshi.
We welcome you all to the International Education Awards 2022. A new year resolution, a new challenge, a new beginning. We'll be in some time entering to a new year. A new beginning, we all take resolution, we all celebrate. But our celebration begins with the International Education Awards 2022. A huge round of applause presented by Kitescraft Production.
And here we acknowledge you all for your resilient efforts that have revolutionized education and have driven an impactful change in the learning environment. Thank you so much, every educator present here, for this revolutionary change in the education system. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for this auspicious day we all here are gathered for.
As I mentioned before also, that it is a winter morning, a pretty challenge of people coming from different parts of India, traveling and being present here today. Thank you so much for taking up that challenge. Thank you so much for being present here, and especially for your tremendous support towards Kitescraft Production. Can we have a huge, huge round of applause so that with your smile, with those clapping, the place gets more warm. Without much delay, we'll be initiating today's program with the lamp lighting ceremony, a very special pious occasion to begin any event so that the blessing from the Almighty is there with us with the lamp lighting, a ray of hope. I invite our Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, National Chairman, MNE, BIS, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, FPD, Government of India, and Chancellor of AAFT University, along with Mr. Georgie Kuchupurukal, the Founder, Chairman, and Council Director of Global Chamber of Consumer Rights, GCCR, Mr. Munish Jindal, Founder, President, MentorX, Founder and CEO, Hover Robotics, to kindly come up on stage, please. I also invite Gio, Diksha, Rahul, and Ranjit from Kitescraft Production to please come up on stage and light the pious lamp. We are also joined by the chief guest for the day, His Excellency Lazar Vujadinovic, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of Republic of Serbia. We welcome you, sir. Thank you so much for your presence and time. I thank all the dignitaries for coming up and lighting the pious lamp, a very auspicious occasion during the International Education Awards 2022.
So in line, we have a wonderful dance performance by the Shanti Gyan Vidyapeeth School, Dwarka.
Can we have a huge round of applause for all the kids from Shanti Gyan Vidyapeeth School, Dwarka.
तेरा हे देवा श्री गणेश 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 देवा श्री गणेश. तेरी भक्ति तो वरदान है, जो कमाए वो धनवान है, बिन किनारे की कश्ती है वो, देवा तुझसे जो अनजान है. यूं तो मूषक सवारी तेरी, सब पे है पहरेदारी तेरी, पाप की आंधियां लाख हो, कभी ज्योति न हारी तेरी. अपनी तकदीर का वो खुद सिकंदर हुआ रे, भूल के ये जहां रे, जिस किसी ने यहाँ रे साथ पाया तेरा. हे देवा श्री गणेश 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 देवा श्री गणेश.
All right, everyone, can I have a round of applause for the kids? They had a wonderful performance for us.
The welcoming dance, a powerful performance. I would invite all the kids to please come up on stage. Students from Shanti Gyan Vidyapeeth School, Dwarka, to please come up on stage if you can hear me. Please come up on stage. And I invite His Excellency Lazar Y. Yukadinovec, the Deputy Chief of Mission Embassy of the Republic of Serbia, to please come up, along with Dr. Munir Jindal and Dr. Nancy, to please come up and give our lovely kids a gesture of love, felicitate all our kids for the beautiful, lovely performance. Can we have a huge round of applause for all the kids?
So very good morning to all beautiful souls, and trust me, it is a vibrant, chilled morning, and on the verge of end of 2022. What more we can ask from apart from this vibrant gathering? And to start with auspicious blessings, and from the students of Shantigan Vidyapeeth School, it is really, really amazing. I saw the applause once again for all the students, and please motivate them with round of applause, all of you. Thank you, thank you.
So now we are going to share some token of love for these lovely kids present here. So the first goes to Aradhya. And the second goes to Shivam. Then we have Abhinav. Then there is Omisha. The other is Delisha. Then we have Ashwika. Then the next is Anshika. And last but not least, Naman. Okay, we have more kids around. Then the next is Rishika. Then we have Siddharth and Ayushi. Then we have Ritej. All right, once again I welcome Dr. Sandeep Marwa, Honorable, on here.
Dr. Sandeep Marwa, internationally acclaimed, Dr. Sandeep Marwa is an incredible name in the world of films. With 7 world records in his kitty, he stands distinct as the founder of Noida Film City and the creator of Marwa Studios. He is the designer behind the Academy of Film and Television, which is one of the 10 best film schools in the world. As the producer of the largest number of short films in the world, he has been associated with innumerable feature films, television programs, and training films. Felicitated with over 700 national and international awards for his contribution to the world of cinema, he has trained over 19,000 media students from 145 countries. As Global Cultural Minister, he heads over 100 national and international media and social organizations, besides being president of the International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. At present, he is the Chancellor of AAFT University of Media and Arts and has been appointed the Chief Scout for India. A huge round of applause for Dr. Sandeep Marwa. Can we have a huge round of applause? And I invite Sir for his session. Yes, sir, please.
Good morning, everyone. What a pleasure to be here this morning on this beautiful, well-designed program in this beautiful hotel with so many dignities at the same time. Well, let me start with two very important lines. कि सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये मेरे यत्नों से करुणाकर. Whether it is north, south, east or west, whether you're in India or abroad, whether you are on the top of the hill or you're standing at a seashore, whether you are in a lush green garden and looking at some colorful flowers, or maybe looking at the most beautiful woman on earth. The fact is there are two things which are much more beautiful than what you can see with your naked eyes. And these two things are your thinking and your feelings. And the best part is that both the things are right within you. You don't even need eyes for that. On this very auspicious day, let's pray. Hey Lord, give me good thinking, give me good feelings so that I can do good deeds. And through my good karmas, I would love to convert this earth into heaven. This is what I believe. I'm sure you will also believe in the same. Well, the fact is that the whole education system is based on these two very important words, thinking and feelings. Idea is to think out of the box, and the second important thing is that you create so much of emotions, so much of humanity into these students that you should feel yourself a better, bigger and a smarter teacher. Well, I'm very happy to be here this morning. Thank you all the dignities, thank you all the organizers for inviting me here and making me wait for almost 1 hour, 15 minutes. Thank you very much for that too. Well, the fact is that today education need to be given a new definition. This is what I have learned. Luckily, I've been a president of CEGR also, which is the biggest think tank in India for higher education. And there are about 100 vice chancellors and there are about 10,000 educationists who are working with me in this organization where we are planning, designing, thinking, writing, rewriting what education is supposed to be. And if I give you, let me take this wonderful opportunity today to address so many important people from education industry once again, that yes, the new definition of education, it starts with E, my dear friends. When I say E, E stands for entertainment, E stands for excitement, E stands for energy, E stands for equality. If you can induct all these points into education, then trust me, your education system is going to be the perfect one in today's time. When I say D, D stands for discipline, D stands for determination, D stands for dedication. And dedication means punctuality, regularity, and sincerity. You don't have to put a band on your forehead to say that I am a dedicated student or a dedicated teacher. If you can prove yourself with these 3 points, being punctual, regular, and sincere. And I think D also stands for development. If your education is taking development into account, that you are realizing that you are improving every day, not only every session, not every week, not every semester, but every day, then that is the right way of education today. This is what I believe now. When I say U stands for working under controlled condition. Imagine that The best of the people we have created from this country, they have learned under the limited resources. And that's what is needed back again today. And United Nations has been very kind to highlight SDG, 17 programs, Sustainable Development Goals, to the whole world, 196 countries. They've been shouting to please cut down on the corners of anything and everything what you are involved with. Save electricity, save water, save environment, and whatnot. Go through that, all 17 SDG programs, induct them into education system, and you will see that your whole education system has become now absolutely up to the mark. That's what is required. When I say C, C stands for communication. It's the age of communication, and it's very important for people to know how to speak, how to write, and how to read. This is, every student should be able to do this. And the fourth very important thing of the communication is that everyone should know how to listen, because that's what patience counts there. But then, see, if you know how to speak, then yes, I think half the battle is won. And we have some beautiful examples right in front of us, like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a man who only knew communication. I remember my father taught me a line, ki Zaba Shiri Mulak Giri. If you know how to speak, you can win the world. And we have a wonderful example of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a man who entered into politics with just a bag, and he left this world with just a bag, and all that what he spoke has been converted into books, and I think 3 times Prime Minister, only because he knew how to speak. बोली ये कनमोल है जो कोई बोले जान, ही ये तराजू तौल के तब मुख बहारान, ऐसी बानी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए, औरन को शीतल करे और खुद भी शीतल होए. I think nothing can be better than that. But C also stands for commitment, my dear friends. रघुपति प्रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. This country has given us Lord Rama, a man of commitment. Once you have said it, it's done. That should be kind of a commitment anyone and everyone must project towards education. And that's what, if we're going to project like this, trust me, the students will follow you, and this, the trust which is missing from the community is going to come back very soon. When I say A stands for being ambitious. You have to be ambitious in life, and this is what we have to induct into education. Students should feel high, overexcited to earn and to learn and to do something big in life. The bigger the ambitious, the bigger the results. That's already proved by the positive science of positive thinking. And I think it's very important to think big and dream big. And dreams are not the one which comes in your sleep. Dreams are the one which never let you sleep. That should be a kind of a dreams we all must see today. This is what our Prime Minister has been actually shouting from every platform, that think big so that you can do big things in this country. And being ambitious is one of the very important things which we have to induct into the education system. But then A also stands for, my dear friends, attitude. Yes, you have to be sober, down to earth, you have to be polite, you have to be humble, you have to be compassionate, and you have to be supporting. If you have these kind of qualities, yes, then you are developing good human beings into this education system. When I say T stands for techno-savvy. Times have changed and pandemic has taught us enough, I think. But then trust me, it is just the beginning of technology into education. So many new things are coming up right now. You'll be surprised yourself in a span of a year, 2 years, 3 years. And the whole education system is going to change with the new techniques coming of a blockchain, coming of artificial intelligence, coming of a metaverse. These are all new words which I think we all and our students have to learn to survive into the national and international market. So we all have to be absolutely inclined towards the changing technology in education. T also stands for transfer of knowledge. It's not that my attendance is good, but have you ever checked that the knowledge has been transferred from one head to another, from a teacher to student? If that has been done, then I think you are on the right track. I stands for information. It's an age of internet, and then enough information is being thrown into the market. It's an idiot box, and you can look into anything and everything what you're looking for. But trust me, there are two things which you have to keep in mind as an educationist, that there are two things. One, nice to know, and the other one is necessary to know. And most of the time, students, they love to know, nice to know, and they forget what is necessary to know, and they are half-baked students when they're out of the institutions. So it's our duty to see to it what is necessary to deliver to them, and nice to know can always be given with little support here and there. O stands for the overall development of the child. This all you have to see, that all your, because classroom education is over now. The chalk and talk is just one part of education. So what all you have to add on to it, the workshops, the seminars, symposium, interaction programs, festivals, visits, foreign faculty, guest faculty, and whatnot. So that 360-degree education can be delivered to student, whether you are in a school or a college or in a university, whatever it is. And when I say N, my dear friends, N stands for being nationalist. If we are not in a position to inculcate the feeling of nationalism, patriotism, then trust me, education, that means, is just half done. जिस ओर चले हम मस्ती में, झुक जाए उधर अंबर भूतल, आजाद वतन के वाशिंदे, हर गीत हमारा है बादल, विविध प्रांत है अपनी अपनी भाषा के अभिमानी हम, लेकिन सबसे पहले दुनिया वालों हिंदुस्तानी हम. It's very important to be nationalist. That's what I have believed in. I think this is the new definition of education which Ministry of Education has very comfortably accepted when I wrote to them. And I'm happy that the Government of India has given me a wonderful ministerial position in 4 or 5 different ministries in Government of India. I'm not here to talk about myself, but then yes, I'm a very serious educator myself, and all that what I'm talking to you is already been inducted into my own education system, AAFT. We have 14 colleges in Delhi, Noida, and we have a university in Raipur, which is the first film university of the country, on the request of our Honorable Prime Minister, because he always wanted to have a film university to back up the biggest film industry of the world, mind you. And I'm happy that that responsibility has been showered on my shoulders, and very comfortably we have established this university in Raipur, and it's comfortably working fantastically. Yes, all that what I have spoken is being used by us, experimented by us for last 30 years. We are also the case study in 27 countries of the world, including the new education policy, which has now been delivered to all of you after 34 years, mind you. And I'm happy that we are case study there too. And the last but not the least, for all those people who have put in so much of efforts, love, affection, money, resources, and running and establishing educational setups in this country, probably I would love to speak one line for them. कि विभासित कर गगन भूतल, तिमिर को ज्योति देता चल, निराशा के अंधेरे को मिटा दे ले प्रभंजन बल. कहीं पूनम अमावस्या, कहीं उलझन, कहीं फिसलन, कहीं कांटे, कहीं पहरा कटिल बंधन. यहाँ प्रतिकूल है सब कुछ, कहीं मरुस्थल, कहीं बादल, मगर तू मुस्कुराता चल, दिशाएं हो उठे उज्जवल, मगर तू मुस्कुराता चल, दिशाएं हो उठे उज्जवल. Thank you very much. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, for the words of motivation, the words of, you especially mentioned, I'm not here to talk about yourself, but to share the knowledge, the experience. Can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Sandeep Marwa? And I would request you, sir, please be on stage so that we can felicitate you. And I request our guest, His Excellency Lazar Vyuka de Novak, to please come up on stage and felicitate Dr. Sandeep Marwa. I also invite Dr. Munish Jindal and Dr. Nancy to please come up on stage.
All right, so let's take this beautiful day ahead. We have a dance performance by Dwarka International School. Again, a beautiful performance by these beautiful kids that are going to join us in a while. So please put your hands together for Dwarka International School kids who are going to perform a lovely performance for us today. Can I have a round of applause, please, everybody?
A huge round of applause, please, I would request, so that the kids get that encouragement and motivation. Thank you.
लाल चढ़ायो अच्छा गजमुख को दिल लाल विराजे सुत गौरी हर को हाथ लिए गुड़ लड्डू साई सुरवर को महिमा कहे न जाए लागत हूँ पद को जय देव जय देव जय जय जी गणराज विद्या सखदाता धन्य तुम्हारो दर्शन मेरा मन रमता जय देव जय देव तू विनायका तू बल्लौरेश्वर मोरया विघ्नेश्वर तू एकदंत तू मयूरेश्वरा मोरया भक्ततुंड तू गजमुखा तू सिद्धि विनायका गजानना 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 मोरया 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 शिव शंकर हर हर शंकर जय जय शंकर दिगिरारा प्रियतांडव शंकर प्रकट शुभंकर प्रणय भयंकर दिगिरारा शिव शिव शंकर हर हर शंकर जय जय शंकर दिगिरारा प्रियतांडव शंकर प्रकट शुभंकर प्रणय भयंकर दिगिरारा ओम परमेश्वरा परा ओम निखिलेश्वरा हरा ओम जीवेश्वरेश्वरा कनरारा ओम मंत्रेश्वरा स्वरा ओम यंत्रेश्वरा स्थिरा ओम तंत्रेश्वरा वरा नामेरा
All right, it's the time to honor these beautiful kids who have performed such a great performance for us today. A small token of love from us.
I would request His Excellency Laser V. Yukadovich to please come up on stage and felicitate all the kids. I also invite Gio, Rahul. I also invite Dia Yusuf, the CEO of Indonesia Premier, to please come up on stage and felicitate all the kids. And Dr. Nancy, please.
Okay, so here we go with first Richa Singh. Then we have Shrishti Sharma. Then we have Shrishti Mishra.
I also invite Rahul and Gio if you are around, please.
Then we have Shrishti Mishra. Then we have Pankhuri Gupta.
Kids, please take your seats. Sir, I would request you to please be on stage. Please be on stage. It's our honor to have you with us. Can we have a Team Kitecraft production welcoming His Excellency Lazar Y. Jukanovic, the Deputy Chief of Mission Embassy of the Republic of Serbia. A huge round of applause for Sir. Thank you so much for your valuable time and presence, Sir. With a bouquet, we also take this opportunity to welcome you and felicitate you. Can we have a huge round of applause for Sir? Sir, thank you so much. Sir will be there throughout the day, present, interacting with all of us. Your presence really matters to all of us during the International Education Awards 2022.
All right, everyone, we have another beautiful session by Dr. Munish Jindal, Founding President, MentorX, founder and CEO of Hover Robotics. He has been awarded as Human of the Year for his welfare or philanthropy work towards mankind. Can I have a huge round of applause? And thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Over to you, sir, for your session. A huge round of applause for Dr. Munish Jindal.
Much, both of you. You both being wonderful master of ceremonies. Thank you for the kind words. A very warm good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's bring some energies in the room. I said, let's bring some energies. Good morning. Yes, wonderful. How are we? Happy? Hi? That's great. So, well, myself, Dr. Munish Jindal, and it's a privilege to welcome each one of you. I'm the founding president of MentorX. And today, MentorX and Kitecraft has beautifully organized this wonderful international education conference and awards here. We are very privileged that His Excellency has been a chief guest and he has spared his valuable time with us, as well as we have Dia Yusuf ma'am all the way from Indonesia. She's the CEO, and we are really indeed privileged. Each one of you have spared your valuable time today, and we are together under one roof. This is great. We all have been craving for that human touch, being together. We can sit, talk, see each other, and these are the wonderful, beautiful times together, all the educators. We are active in 65 countries, and we have created the education ecosystem whereby more than 350 universities, colleges, institutes, schools are on the panel, and we are managing their startups ecosystem, their TBIs, technology business incubators, their e-cells, their entrepreneurship summits, HR conclaves, TEDx talks, and much more. We are already looking after the Atal Innovation Mission with Niti Aayog in India and with the Anjali program with the Ministry of Education, as well as we are the advisors to Government of India on artificial intelligence and robotics, as well as entrepreneurship. So much more is happening in the arena of education, and you know how is this possible? Because it is possible because of each one of you. Each one of you has been those pillars of strength, those pillars of those stakeholders who have taken the education forward, and you are the ones who are bridging this gap between academia and industry. Let's have a huge round of applause for each one of you.
So it's always an encouragement, a great power to listen to you. Can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Manish Jindal? Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? And now we are moving forward to the first panel discussion. Please note, we are moving towards the first panel discussion, and meanwhile I can see the room, this amazing, beautiful atmosphere getting filled up with all the smiling faces. I welcome each and every one of you to the International Education Awards 2022.
Okay, so we have here with us C.K. Bhadwaj, Mr. Vijay Kumar, Dr. Satyam Bhaskar, Dr. Soumya Arora, Mr. Rajiv Lochan Panda, Mr. Khalid Wani.
Can we have all of you on stage for the panel discussion? Meanwhile, we'll have a quick introduction about each and every one. Talking about Mr. Khalid Wani, he'll be moderating the session. An entrepreneur, a thought leader, a businessman, and a mentor. These are the many hats that 36-year-old Khalid Wani dons on a daily basis to traverse through his various projects. The Delhi-based business consultant has incubated and advised not just startups, but also leading numerous personalities in politics, sports, and even Bollywood on issues like marketing, business strategy, public policy, and future trends. A huge round of applause for Mr. Khalid Wani.
So next we have Dr. C.K. Bhadwaj, PhD from Intercultural Open University at Oppenheid, the Netherlands 2007, MBA from Faculty of Management, Ministry of Industrial Development, and the University of Delhi 1969. He is the General Secretary, SASS, that is the Savan Adhyamtamik Satsang Society, Delhi, India from 1992. Founder at S4 Seed, Society for Systematic Education for Everybody's Development. Then we have a founder, co-aim at correlation of attention, information, and material. He is the founder of Gyanam, Suviyanam, Wisdom and Science. Life member Waves, World Association of Vedic Studies, Atlanta, USA, and Waves, India. Then life member WASS, World Academy of Spiritual Sciences, Gangaram Hospital, Delhi from 1996. Then we have faculty member.
That's the spirit. Next we have Dr. Vijay Kumar Verma. Dr. Vijay Kumar Verma is an associate professor in the Department of Political Science in Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi. He has a teaching experience of approximately 20 years. He has done in schooling from Kendra Vidyalaya, completed his graduation, post-graduation, MPhil, doctorate, PhD, and law LLB, all from University of Delhi. Dr. Vijay Verma has written 14 books, all published from publication of national and international levels, has wide spectrum of administrative experience at college and university level. He has been a panelist at many forums of social and mainstream media. Can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Vijay Kumar Verma?
Then next we have Dr. Soumya Arora. Soumya Arora is working as head of schools at MindOn. She is specialized in dealing with the children having concerns related to inattention, hyperactivity, anger, anxiety, self-esteem, peer relation, bullying, etc. She has designed and developed the mindfulness component of happiness curriculum done by Delhi government. She is one of the core member of Delhi government happiness team. She has also worked as district child protection officer. She believes every child has a right to be happy. Her interest lies in positive psychology, mindfulness, and well-being. From last 10 years, she has been fostering and implementing mindfulness-based programs and curriculum in the school system. She supports school leaders and teachers in their vision of nurturing students' well-being. So please put your hands together for Dr. Soumya Arora.
So can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Soumya Arora? Next we have Dr. Rajiv Lochan Panda. Rajiv Lochan Panda is a guru, a mentor and a life coach whose life's goal is to dispel darkness of all forms ranging from superstition, mental health problems and psychic attacks. He teaches how to reprogram one's subconscious mind and develop the power of intuition to make good life choices and prosper in life. Going on adding feathers after feathers in his cap, jewels after jewels to his crown, Grandmaster Panda is not only a Reiki healer but also an expert numerologist, a psychic ball gazer, past life regression therapist, and last but not the least, an entrepreneur. Can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Rajiv Lochan Panda?
Okay, then we have Dr. Satyam Bhaskar. Dr. Satyam Bhaskar is a renowned doctor. He comes from Bharampur, Bhangalpur, Bihar. He is an expert in joint pain, neurological disorder and physical fitness. He has 12 years of experience. He is the director of MediTrust Healthcare Delhi. He is the recipient of United Nations Award, Rashtra Bhushan Award, Z Healthcare Award, and he is known as Kumar Vishwas of the medical field. He is a health speaker and a poet also. He is Central Executive Officer of PCI, Senior Lecturer of NNHSA, Visiting Faculty of CSIR IGIB, International Health Secretary of GT20. So please, can I have a round of applause for Dr. Satyam Bhaskar?
So these are all our panelists, and the panel discussion will be moderated by Mr. Khalid Wani, and the topic is mindfulness, soulfulness and happiness in educational organization. So kindly take your seat and I hand over the panel discussion.
Yeah, so in the meantime, while they get the mic, we have some of very interesting panelists out here. We're basically not going the typical way in terms of discussing today. And as you heard, we have some healers amongst us. We have some psychiatrists, psychologists amongst us, and some mentors also. So I feel for the future of our country, the students, they're also well aware of how, the approach towards holistic healing and self-awareness is also very important, other than focusing on your physical health. And I believe today's discussion is going to be very interesting because it's very insightful. I myself have been extremely spiritual since I left school, because I was always searching for answers beyond our existing religious scriptures. And we will be opening up the discussion to questions also, because the healing is very, very interesting, and I'm sure he's already felt the energy. How's the energy here? Could you please share some views about?
That's great. That's amazing.
Come on, everybody, let's. नहीं यार, I'm sure you guys can do much better than this यार. मेरे कान थोड़े कमजोर है, but I'm sure you guys can. Come on, let's do it together. Let's do it together. Come on, the loudest. हाथ भी गर्म हो जाएंगे क्यों? माइक आ गई हमारे पास? नहीं आई? All right, so maybe we can share the mic for a while. Yeah. So, ma'am, we'll start with you.
Please be mindful. Or we tell them, please pay attention. Now the question comes, have we ever taught them how to pay attention in any task we are doing? Be it, we are playing, reading or writing. So, that was a very that generates a very curiosity within me, that how we can teach our students how to pay attention whatever we are doing. Research shows that 48% during the daytime our mind is wandering. Our mind is thinking about the past or future, either regretting or comparing or planning about the future, anticipating, ruminating, but it's not in the present. And learning is happening in the present moment. If our children, our students or educator, if their mind is occupied with something else, then we can see how it's going to impact their learning. So I would like to share one research done by Harvard University. It was done by...
Ma'am, before you start, I have a question. How was the students' response in terms of this new approach in terms of mindfulness, because they're already battling at school in terms of scoring good grades. They are battling at loneliness, making friends, and then at home they have a pressure of being compared to their other cousins or family members who are doing really well. So because this is a new form of learning for them, and do they complain about the fact that we already have so much on our plate? How do we go about taking something new? Are they receptive enough, welcoming enough to understand this? Do they have the processing power? Because at such a younger age, they haven't gone through so much of struggle yet to be able to understand. Would you like to highlight something on that?
Yes. So, we think that students are not seeing so much in their own way. They find it difficult to process whatever is happening and to handle such much, pressure. If we are talking about, so much of academic pressure, they have to perform, they have to get good grades. So what all is required? It requires organizational skills. So mindfulness works on the executive area of your brain, prefrontal cortex, which helps them to organize better, which helps them to plan better, which helps them to pay attention. Whatever they are doing, they are fully present. So how they are taking is that you have to introduce it in a very bite size. So we are not asking them to take out 30 minutes or 20 minutes. You have to be mindful, learn the skill, practice the skill of mindfulness and implement in whatever you are doing. If you are playing, you are mindful. You are fully present.
Understood, ma'am. I have a question for Mr. Rajiv, because his approach is completely holistic, right? So I'm sure you must have had questions, कि ये तो बहुत fictitious चीज़ है, हमें तो दिखती नहीं है. तो आप एक स्टूडेंट को उस वल्नरेबल उम्र में कैसे समझाते हैं कि ये स्पिरिचुअल क्या है, ऑरा रीडिंग क्या है, या फिर आप सेल्फ हीलिंग कैसे कर सकते हैं?
To begin with, can I start with a practical session?
Please. That's the whole idea for us to...
Exactly, because that's what I want everyone to understand. So, first of all, I would like to invite all of your attention to this stage so that at least in the present you can be mindful. The most important thing is to be in the present. All of you who are handling your phones right now, can you kindly please drop and give this attention to the stage, because this might change your life. I won't say this is the most miraculous thing, but yes, you might find a miracle right now, instantly. All the time our mind is a chatterbox and it keeps on bugging. It keeps on moving on and moving on. Even if we are doing some task, even if we are performing something, even if we are doing a meditation, our mind is constantly working.
Getting distracted. I think even while sleeping also our mind is continuously going.
Yes,
on.
the subconscious mind is always active, and
that runs the whole body.
It runs the body, and we start seeing the subliminal dreams. So I have developed a technique in which I teach the young generation, the students, in which they can be mindful and they can experience thoughtlessness within a second. And we can do that practical right now. All of you, if you are ready to experience thoughtlessness, you need to understand what I'm trying to say. Every one of us has mastered some language, either English, Hindi, or your mother tongue. Am I right? All are agreeing to this fact?
Let's have those hands in the air.
We haven't mastered few languages which we don't know. Maybe we haven't mastered multilingual languages, Spanish, Italian, Chinese,
Hindi,
right?
English,
Hindi,
Urdu,
and most
Sanskrit,
of the local languages, even most of us don't know. So I tell the students, if you want to be mindful, you need to stop this mind to work. So all of you can try this at home, or you can try it right now, immediately, if you want to be experiencing that state of thoughtlessness. It is called as gibberish. You might have heard about it, gibberish.
Right.
What is gibberish? It's exactly called nonsense. The words which has no sense is gibberish. I'll give you a demo. It might sound funny at this stage, but this will give you that experience of that thoughtlessness. So I would start the process. It's gibberish. What I'm going to do is nonsense, but it is going to shut your mind instantly. So let me just start.
So is this an exercise we're doing right now with the audience?
Yeah, we are doing it with the audience. I would give a demo. and I would request all of you to follow after me.
Is everybody ready? Can we hear a yes?
Can you raise your hands?
Can you
all
raise
of
a
you?
hand and say yes? Let's all be the yes person.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
I have a good audience here today,
Perfect.
and they are mindful at least. At least most of
They're
them
in
are.
present right now.
Few are still in their
Yeah, we
phones.
have to rise
Few are still in the phones. That is their mindfulness. That
Or probably we should take their phones away from
Yes.
them, no?
The
Yeah?
most distracting factor in our lives is this, this baby which keeps on crying either in the messages or in the ringtone. So whenever we are coming to the session, to anywhere, the first etiquette that any student should develop, everyone is a student here, including me.
We are a student for
We
life.
are a student of life.
Yeah.
So that's the first etiquette we should follow if someone is speaking. So that's perfectly okay. I'll start with the demo. And I'm sure most of us will start laughing at this, but this is how we start the journey. So let me start the gibberish. That's what was gibberish. I would like to request all of you to do that. Few of them are laughing.
Please.
And what exactly I did,
Don't hesitate.
I never spoke any language. This is not a language. I used all the accents of all the multilingual countries throughout the world. I was pronouncing some part of Arabic, some part of Chinese, some part of.
So should we do it at a count of 1,
I
2, 3?
would request all of you to, just follow it.
Let's all
I
be
know
supportive.
most of
Come
them
on.
can't do. Most of them can't do because of their conscious mind will stop them
Also
to do
because
this nonsense.
they are conscious, that's the reason why most of the time we're so stressed out, because we have two personalities, one which we are in reality inside, and the second one is that the one we put in front of the world, right? So let's all be one today. As sir highlighted, whoever is shy, please don't hesitate. On the count of 3, 2, 1, let's all have some gibberish going on, all right? 3, 2, 1. Okay, see, I'm not hesitating. Come on, everybody.
Most of them are laughing, and even they have that resistance.
Exactly.
This resistance will not let you achieve mindfulness. Whoever you are, you can be the best person of the world. If you are not mindful, you are not silent, this nonsense is going on here, you can't speak this nonsense.
So Rajiv ji, I have a question. How do students react to this? Because उनमें तो hesitation होती नहीं उस उम्र में. क्योंकि जब तक हम सारे adult हो जाते हैं, हमें एक झिझक आ जाती है बड़े होते होते कि यार दुनिया वाले क्या सोचेंगे. But बच्चों के दिमाग में तो है नहीं वो. तो उनका reaction कैसा रहता है? वो excited रहते हैं?
The kids are super excited, and my students are people who are more than age 50. They are my students, and they give me the best of the reaction. They give the shock of their life.
Right.
ये करना है हमें. This is what we have to do. At this age, we have learned everything. I'm a professor, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, and you're asking me to do this nonsense? Yes, sir, I am requesting you to do this.
Understood. Can we have Dr. Bhardwaj to highlight something from his experience on what is...
Well, this is some very good story I heard. Today he explained each word of meditation. And when I heard her about her mindfulness, he says how to become that zero. How to really stop the mind thinking all that nonsense. I would like to say a few very important points, that we are 3 different fellows in this body. Understanding these 3 differently, my body, my mind, and my creative intelligence, which you may call as soul. Now, if you can really understand these 3 differently, will give you a clue about your own self, how to really stop this fellow mind which is really bothering you day in and day out. Because your mind, you are not aware. The universal mind operates your mind, right? Like the universal mind which is moving the whole creation, a rhythmic movement from Big Bang to Big Bang. Right. So the whole cosmos is moving, and that aspect I would like to call it as universal mind, which is embedded with information system, 2G, 3G, 6G, internet, radio communication, satellite communication. Plus it has got chemistry, physics, maths. If the apple falls, the Newton calculates the laws of nature. So this universal mind is embedded with information system and laws of nature. And the third law is so important to understand, that every action has got an equal and opposite reaction. The third entity in you is your creative intelligence, which is connected to its source. Now there are three things in the whole cosmos. Now a beautiful picture of the whole cosmos is now available. The scanning cameras have scanned the whole sky. And a beautiful picture of the whole cosmos is here. Like floating material bodies, the universal mind, and the absolute intelligence, capable force energizing the universal mind, that field, you may call it as gravitational magnetic fields or Higgs fields, etc. And each atom. Now you are part of that. Your body is made out of that material.
Hello. Well, I am Dr. Vijay Verma. I teach political science at one of the colleges of Delhi University, that is Dayal Singh College, that is at Kohli. So, मैं चाहूँगा कि I would like to share my real life experiences, rather than going into.
विजय साहब, आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है, जो भी आप एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करेंगे थोड़ा स्टूडेंट्स को और एजुकेशन सिस्टम को लेके शेयर कीजिएगा, बिकॉज हमारा आज का मुद्दा वही है।
बिल्कुल
जी,
टीचर के पास और कोई एक्सपीरियंस होता
नहीं, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बिकॉज हम सब, मैं भी एक एक्सपीरियंस वापस लेके जाना चाहता हूँ कि जो मैं अपने ग्रुप के साथ शेयर कर सकूँ।
See, I have done my schooling from KV to Bokaro, and most of us have been almost successful in our life. एक हमारा जूनियर है, he is a very renowned neurosurgeon at Apollo हैदराबाद। उसने ऑपरेट किया और लिखा फेसबुक पे कि आई एम सो हैप्पी, मैंने इसको ठीक कर दिया। तो आई कमेंटेड कि तुम्हारा काम और मेरा काम दोनों एक ही, दोनों का काम दिमाग ठीक करना है। फ़र्क इतना है कि तुम्हें उसके लिए किसी का दिमाग खोलना पड़ता है और हमें जो है बिना खोले उसको ठीक करना। एज ए टीचर व्हाट आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इज, in a way, it is the most soft, most easiest and most challenging career of anybody. मेरे साथ प्लस पॉइंट ये रहा है कि आई टीच एट कॉलेज लेवल, सो मेरा जो एज ग्रुप है बच्चों का, that is above 17. Many of our students are my judge on this date. They are professors, lawyers, any field. I mean, तो हमारे लिए बहुत ईजी होता है। What all you have to do is, you have to love them, you have to trust them, and you have to give them a feeling that in case of any confusion or any query or any clarification, somebody is there to talk to you and connect to you anytime, and that works wonderful. I'm there into teaching for last, I think, more than 20 years. All my students so far I have taught them.
Sir, what subjects do you teach?
I teach political science.
Okay.
Many of them are civil
So,
servants.
हम mindfulness और soulfulness के लिए क्या उनसे interaction करते हैं?
सर, सबसे बड़ा चीज़ उसमें यह है कि you have to give them the confidence that there is somebody in case if you have any problem.
आपको सुनने के लिए
all,
हम हैं बैठे
all
हुए
you
हैं
have
आपके
to do
पास।
is you have to motivate them.
Right, sir.
They have to study at their own. We don't teach at all. We just motivate.
सर, मेरा एक
We
और
just-
क्वेश्चन है
Yeah.
कि हम तो स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है एज अ मेंटर, बट हम मेंटर्स के लिए हम किसके पास जाते हैं? क्योंकि हमारे हाथों में बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, एक बच्चे की नहीं, कम से कम 100-200 स्टूडेंट्स हैं स्कूल में, तो हम किसके पास जाते हैं? बिकॉज एजुकेशन सिस्टम में खाली बच्चे नहीं आते, मेंटर्स भी आते हैं, लर्नर्स भी आते हैं।
सर,
तो मेरा आपसे यही सवाल है कि हम क्या करें?
मेरे अगर आप मेंटर की बात करें कि विजय
जी।
वर्मा को किसने मेंटर किया है,
जी,
तो आई विल गिव ऑल दिस क्रेडिट टू माय टीचर्स इन लाइफ, राइट फ्रॉम स्कूलिंग टू दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स, ऑल क्रेडिट, एंड माय फादर, दैट्स ऑल। मैं क्लास में कई बार, मेरे क्लास में अगर बच्चा आ गया है तो आप मान के चलें
जी
कि 30% और 40% ऑफ देम हैव टू बी वेरी सक्सेसफुल इन देयर लाइफ। ये मेरा चैलेंज रहा है एंड आई हैव बीन डूइंग इट एंड आई हैव बीन
सर डांट लगाते हैं बच्चों को?
सर सारी विद्या लगानी पड़ती है, डांट लगानी पड़ती है, प्यार
सर
करना
वक्त तो
पड़ता
बदल गया
है।
ना।
एक वन वे ट्रैक नहीं है
जी।
यू कैनॉट मूव विथ ए फिक्स फार्मूला। एवरी किड इज हैविंग देयर ओन डीएनए, यू नो।
क्योंकि सर सब बच्चों की इंटेलिजेंस समझने की क्षमता अलग है।
सर वही चीज़ मैं कह रहा हूँ, मैंने कहा कि दुनिया का सबसे इजी काम भी है और सबसे चैलेंजिंग काम भी है।
सर आपने रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी या टास्क लिया है कि स्कूल में या इंस्टीट्यूशन में आपने कोई करिकुलम क्रिएट किया हो जहाँ बच्चों को हम एक साधारण शब्दों में समझाते हैं कि माइंडफुलनेस क्या है, कि सोलफुलनेस क्या है, हैप्पीनेस क्या है। क्योंकि उनके हिसाब से हैप्पीनेस है कि मुझे प्ले स्टेशन मिल गई, या आज टीचर ने कहा कि यार दिस पीरियड इज फ्री टुडे सो दे एंजॉय।
आई मीन हम उसको स्पिरिचुअल टर्म में जैसा सर बता रहे थे उधर हमारा ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं हो।
बट सर उनके लिए थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है ना समझना।
सर देखिए एक चीज़ बहुत सिंपल है, लाइफ में अगर सक्सेसफुल नहीं है आदमी तो सारी थ्योरी चैलेंज हो जाती है।
बट सर वो बच्चे, उनके लिए तो वाटर डाउन करना ज़रूरी है।
नहीं, मेरे यहाँ जो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में जो बच्चे आते हैं, आई थिंक दे आर टॉपर्स ऑफ मोस्ट ऑफ देयर स्कूल्स ऑल ओवर इंडिया।
आई अंडरस्टैंड सर, सारी उंगली एक साइज की होती नहीं है।
आई मीन इन आवर कॉलेज
जी,
maybe it is an average college, but for political science they are known throughout the India.
Understood sir.
99% से कम में हमारे बच्चे आते ही नहीं।
जी सर, बट सर आई एम श्योर वो 1 या 2% ऑफ द सोसाइटी है।
हाँ,
अब गिनती में एक से अनलिमिटेड है। मैं ज़रूरी नहीं हूँ मैं नंबर 1 होऊंगा लाइफ में। सो आई विल शेयर एन एक्सपीरियंस व्हेन आई एम ऑल्सो मेंटरिंग स्टूडेंट्स। आई टेल देम आपको ज़रूरी नहीं है हमेशा नंबर 1 आए, आप हिस्सेदार है इकोसिस्टम के। यू कैन प्ले अ रोल ऑफ कमिंग 10th, 100th. You can also be at the end because not everybody has to be the king. You can also be the kingmaker. So I prefer using the simplest possible language in terms of making a student understand. Right?
This is what I was saying. You have to connect with them and you have to give them a trust that there is somebody to
who's
whom you
there
can
for you,
talk
right, sir?
anytime.
Right, sir.
If you have any problem. And that opens up everything, you know.
Understood, sir.
And obviously every child has their own inclination, own orientation.
वो तो सर उनकी परवरिश पे है ना सारा, उनको वो माइंडसेट बदलना
सिखाना है, लेकिन हमारा पहला काम
कब है यहाँ पे उसको भरा गया, उसको खाली भी करना जरूरी है नई चीजें सीखने के लिए।
बिल्कुल
है ना सर।
इसलिए मैंने कहा कि हर बच्चा पे अलग अलग फार्मूला लगाना पड़ता है।
क्योंकि हर कोई जरूरी नहीं है पढ़ाई में एक्सेल करे, कोई ऑपरेशंस में, कोई डॉक्टर बन सकता है, कोई कुछ भी प्रोफेशन ले सकता है। मुझे ये लगता है कि वी शुड प्रमोट एंड प्रीच द फैक्ट दैट कि खाली स्पेसिफिक प्रोफेशन से ही नहीं आपको इज्जत मिलेगी। एज लॉन्ग एज यू कैन मेक अ लिविंग यू विल सर्वाइव एट द एंड ऑफ द डे। दैट इज़ योर बेसिक सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट, राइट मैम? एंड देन आफ्टर दैट आई फील सेल्फ लव इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज हम सब मंदिर मस्जिद चर्च जाते हैं, बट सबसे बड़ा मंदिर मस्जिद चर्च हमारे अंदर है। So if you're not taking care of the home within us, we will definitely be not able to take care of anything else around us. So I feel it all starts within. So I'll now let Mr. Satyam, Dr. Satyam to share a couple of words because we're running really low on time. You guys have to please pardon us for that. Sir, please.
Thank you. रख हौसला हर फासला तय होगा, रख हौसला हर फासला तय होगा, जीत होगी निश्चित आज नहीं तो कल होगा।
बिल्कुल, प्लीज एवरीबॉडी।
मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा दीक्षा मैम का जिन्होंने मुझे कॉल किया और इतना बड़ा मंच दिया। मैं तमाम अलग अलग जनरेशन यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ, छोटे बच्चे ने यहाँ डांस किया, मैं वहाँ से शुरू करना चाहूँगा
जी।
दे परफॉर्म्ड वेरी वेल, बट उसके बावजूद भी तालियाँ बहुत नहीं बजी जितनी बजनी चाहिए थी। वेयर इज माइंडफुलनेस?
प्लीज सर, आपके सामने है सारे, आप प्लीज मोटिवेट कीजिए। हम तो लगे ही हुए हैं आपके साथ।
मैं ऑडियंस से करना चाहता हूँ कि महफिल होती है जवां, यार तेरे के आने से शाकी को भी शिकायत है तुझसे, बस मेरे गले लग जाने से। अगर इतने प्यारे प्यारे बच्चे इतनी सर्दी में आके आपका मनोरंजन करते हैं, भगवान की आराधना करते हैं, तो जरूर उनके लिए आशीर्वाद बनता है। इफ यू वांट टू ब्लेस देम, यू मस्ट ब्लेस, you must bless. And here we are discussing about the mindfulness, everything, so many topics. मैं अब बहुत ही दब्बू आप कहते हैं कि बच्चा ऐसा है कि क्या करेगा, तो my best mentor is my parent. जब भी मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम होती थी हिंदी मीडियम से पढ़ा हूँ, तभी इंग्लिश मीडियम की क्लासेस और
जी।
स्कूल जाना दैट वाज
जी।
नॉट सो इजी,
जी।
और बहुत ही मतलब तकलीफ होती थी उस टाइम पे, और दूर दूर पे आपकी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, सो मेनी फैसिलिटीज वाज नॉट देयर। तो जब भी आप किसी भी अड़चन में फंस जाओ, स्टूडेंट जो आपको क्लास 1 का है या आप हो, ऑल आर स्टूडेंट्स, हम स्टूडेंट्स सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वी आर लर्निंग। बेसिकली एक चीज़ मेरे पास और भी आया था मैटर कि वाई वी आर नॉट टेकिंग द चांसेस ऑफ स्पेशल चाइल्ड, वो भी एक बच्चे हैं, सो मेनी ट्रेनिंग्स आई हैव गिवन देम। IIT में जाके दिया है, दे आर साइंटिस्ट, IIM में जाके दिया है, दे आर ऑल्सो डूइंग स्पेशल, इवन CSIR, दे आर साइंटिस्ट and I have trained them because they want to learn. If you have a zeal, if you want, then you can learn at any stage of your age. ये number and age doesn't matter. अब मैं इनका शुक्रिया करूँगा। सबसे पहले वाधवा सर ने जो बताया था, एक एक वर्ड को उन्हें डिफाइन किया था। मैं थैंक करना चाहूँगा टीचर को कि टीचर मीन्स व्हाट। आई वुड लाइक टू से टीचर, T for technique, E for education, A for attractive, C for capability, H for honest or humble, E for effort, and R for recreative. Such type of quality if you have, then you are a teacher. Doesn't matter you are in school or doesn't matter you are in office. It means you are a teacher if you are catching such type
जिंदगी
of
भी एक
qualities.
टीचर ही है,
Yes.
राइट सर?
You are teacher, all are teacher. At the last moment, I want to say because time आपके पास नहीं है.
जी, जी, जी.
So, mind को फुल करना और सोल को फुल करना शायद इजी नहीं है, और आसान से हम कर सकते हैं. दिस इज नॉट एन इजी टास्क. इफ यू वर्शिप, इफ यू थिंक योर पेरेंट इज योर गॉड, इफ यू कीप some silence in your mind, it will help you forever, forever, forever. At the last moment, only 3 things you have to do in your daily life. What will you do? You have to ask your parent daily life. You have to discuss your parent daily life. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have facing the problems. Another thing, if you have any good friend, you have to say, you have to take some decision from them.
सर एक बात बताइए, अगर बाबा आपसे डांट पड़ती हो,
Yes.
मन नहीं कर रहा आज उनसे बात करने का, तो शेयर किससे करेंगे?
बेशक दोस्त से करेंगे. I have told you.
बट सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि क्या हम अपने जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में लोग हैं, क्या हम उन्हें प्रमोट करते हैं कि आप प्लीज़ डोंट सीक हेल्प अदर देन अस? देयर आर एक्सपर्ट्स ऑल्सो देयर इन आवर सोसाइटी लाइक डॉक्टर्स, साइकियाट्रिस्ट, थेरेपिस्ट. क्या आप प्रीच करते हैं कि आप प्लीज़ हेल्प लीजिए? बिकॉज मुझे लगता है कि हम सब पे बहुत ओपिनियंस हैं. वी आर नॉट नेसेसरली इक्विप्ड बिकॉज वी शेयर or we provide advice from our experiences, whereas his or her experience could be different, right? So I feel एक हद तक हम उनको गाइड कर सकते हैं, बट बिकॉज जो वो बच्चा है वो एक मिट्टी का बर्तन का बन रहा है, अगर वो गलत शेप में ढल गया तो हम उसको तोड़ के रिपेयर नहीं कर सकते. So before we end this, I would appreciate all our panelists to give at least one form of help only for the student who is not equipped and smart enough to seek help. How should he ask for help without hesitation? Because it's a big taboo in our society today. And the reason why we are discussing mental health, it should not only end at discussion, there should be action at the end of the day.
We'll have the felicitation of all the panelists.
So we would like to offer a little token of love for this amazing session we had. I'm sure this is going to be real fruitful for all of us. So first we would like to facilitate Mr. C.K. Bharadwaj. Then we'll go along. Okay, here is the small token of love for the fruitful session we had to C.K. Bhadwaj, sir. Can I have a round of applause, please? Then let's roll over to Mr. Vijay Kumar. Can I have a round of applause, please, everybody? Thank you so much.
एक बार जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए for all the panel discussion, this mindfulness, soulfulness, happiness, and in educational organization, a fruitful discussion.
Then now time for Dr. Satyam Bhaskar. So next goes Dr. Soumya Arora. So next we have Mr. Rajiv Lochan Panda. So next we would like to facilitate Mr. Khalid Wani.
Our moderator for this session, Mr. Khalid Wani. Huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir, for moderating the panel discussion. A huge, huge round of applause, as sir said. Thank you so much to all the panel members, all the panelists. Thank you so much for the fruitful discussion. Moving forward, we'll be now honoring our honorable chief guest, His Excellency Lazar Y. Yukadinovic, the Deputy Chief of Mission Embassy of Republic of Serbia. Sir, thank you so much for your valuable time and presence. I invite the team from Kitescraft Production and MentorX, Gio, Rahul, Diksha, Dr. Munish Jindal, and Dr. Nancy on stage to felicitate our honorable chief guest, His Excellency Lazar Y. Yukadinovic. I also invite Neha Khurana ma'am to please be on stage. It's now time to hear a few words from His Excellency Lazar Y. Yukadinovic, the Deputy Chief of Mission Embassy of the Republic of Serbia. Can we have a huge round of applause for our honorable chief guest? And over to you, sir, for your kind words.
Thank you very much. Firstly, I would like to use this opportunity to thank the organizers for inviting me to this outstanding event. It's extremely difficult to speak after Dr. Sandeep Marwa. Talking about education, I think he said everything, you know. I have a draft of things I wanted to say, but I'll be very brief. So, it's a great honor and a privilege to be here today amongst you scholars. So, going back at the education itself, there are two, let's say, definitions of education that we can look up to. They both come from the Latin words. So, educare, training or molding, or educere, leading out. So, education is extremely important for every person that wishes to be successful in life. Education builds character, development of ideas, and one's intellect. Learning and education are of great importance to develop the intellect and thus gain a better position in the society. Education builds self-esteem, develops character, possibility of communication, gaining new knowledge, critical thinking. There are the formal educations, the informal. So basically, from traditional means of education to technological developments and thus the e-learning that we have. So what I wanted to say, especially my message to the educators, you have an outstanding role in molding these young generations, training them. Basically, you are molding diamonds. So it's in your hands how you will mold them. So it's a great responsibility, but also, I'm sure, a great satisfaction when later on in life you see successful individuals, the ones that you were teaching. So thank you very much.
So as the kids are gearing up for the Hover Robotics hoverboard performance, can we have a huge round of applause? And also, huge round of applause, yes, for all the kids. एक बार जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए. Let me just see the energy, the vibe during the International Education Awards 2022 organized by Kitescraft Production. I also would like to share, in case during the panel discussion, yes, because of the shortage of time, in case any questions are there, please feel free to connect with the resource persons, the moderator, during the lunch, and meanwhile, we have the whole day to discuss so that, you know, your queries are cleared as well. Thank you.
Everyone, can I have a round of applause? थोड़ी सी energy बच्चों में लाने के लिए. Can I have a round of applause from all the beautiful ladies and all the handsome men present here to please encourage these little steps on stage for their auspicious future. Everybody. Okay, so we have another wonderful session by Mr. Naveen Kalra, founder and director of CodeGem. Naveen Kalra's story is 1 in 100. Despite running his company CodeGem, an industrial training company which gives students exposure to work on live projects, he continued his passion for teaching and sharing his in-depth knowledge of coding to as many as students as possible. Naveen believes everyone should contribute to improve quality of education by sharing expert knowledge. What a lovely word by him. And can I have a round of applause for Mr. Naveen Kalra, the founder and director of CodeGem. Everybody, please put your hands together.
So as we welcome you, sir, in the agenda, we'll be having a bit swap so that we meet the time for lunch as well. And we'll be having the speaker sessions as well as looking forward for the much awaited award ceremony as well. So over to Mr. Naveen Kalra for his session.
My parents say my brother is better than me. उसके तरह बन, वरना कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा तेरा.
This time I know, if I don't score 95% like my friend Neha, मेरे parents society में शक्ल दिखाने लायक ही नहीं होंगे.
मैं इतना नालायक और आलसी हूँ कि मुझे 10th फेल नौकरी भी नहीं मिलेगी.
जैसे तो मेरे मार्क्स आते हैं, spending on my studies, it's a waste of money.
I'm ashamed to our family.
I can't do anything. I'm worthless. I'm useless.
And I'm an embarrassment.
Cousins are better than me. My friends are better than me.
It's been 25 days since I stepped out of the room. बाहर जाऊंगी तो फिर दीदी से कंपेयर करेंगे.
Right? It's okay.
मुझे शर्म आनी चाहिए. मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता.
Basically, I have seen a lot of kids जो while teaching coding to them, obviously that was not a psychology class, but still I treated them like they can say anything up to me. I saw a lot of kids जो basically मेरे सामने बहुत ज़्यादा रोए हैं just because of they feel comparison at home, they feel comparison at school. कभी ना कभी टीचर्स भी, कभी ना कभी पेरेंट्स भी, जाने अनजाने में हम सब अपने किड से ये बात बोल ही जाते हैं कि वो बड़ा भाई ऐसा है या कज़न ऐसा है या शर्मा जी का लड़का तो इतने नंबर लेके आ रहा है, सम सॉर्ट ऑफ दोज थिंग्स. सो इस बारे में ऑलरेडी पैनलिस्ट ने बहुत ज़्यादा बात किया कि कुछ ऐसे सेशंस होने चाहिए. वही सब पॉइंट्स मेरे भी हैं, वही सब पॉइंट्स आपके भी हैं. जस्ट लाइक टू मेंशन देम. सो बेसिकली व्हाट आई फील कि I watch a lot of cricket. So थोड़े दिन पहले मैं एक इंटरव्यू देख रहा था, उसमें they were saying that इंडियन टीम के पास अभी एक मेंटल कोच है जो उनके साथ हर जगह जाता है, इवन इन दी स्मॉल सीरीज एज वेल और इन बिग सीरीज एज वेल. वो वर्ल्ड कप में भी गए एंड ऑल दैट, राइट. सो बिफोर एनी ऑफ द बिग मैच दैट मेंटल कोच स्पीक्स टू एवरी प्लेयर कि हाँ ठीक है, फेल नहीं होना है, नर्वस नहीं होना है, इट्स अ बिग मैच और समथिंग लाइक दैट. Why can't we have those type of sessions with few of the psychologists? बहुत सारे तो I guess यहाँ पे अभी panelists में थे भी. So why can't we have organized those sessions in schools as well? Why can't I know psychology is basically a profession. I can totally understand. I guess everybody of you will agree with me that a normal teacher or teachers we have in school, they can be a good mentor, but psychology is totally a different profession. So why can't we have those sessions in our schools, in our academies, in our universities? So that could be one thing which I would like to share with you, so let's try to have those type of things in our school. Apart from this, every school, every university, we organize, painting competitions, interstate painting competition, inter-school painting competitions, university painting competitions, singing competitions. But when it comes to as a career, हम कभी बच्चों को शायद उस तरह से गाइड ही नहीं करते हैं कि पेंटिंग कुड बी अ करियर और सिंगिंग कुड बी अ करियर. वी नो दैट देयर इज़ अ लेस चांस कि वहाँ पे सक्सेस शायद कम मिलेगा, या ऐसा हो सकता है कि बहुत लेट मिलेगा, पर ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिलेगा. आप कोई भी रिज्यूमेज उठा के देख लीजिए आफ्टर कॉलेज, सिंगिंग, डांसिंग और पेंटिंग सिर्फ और सिर्फ उनकी हॉबीज़ में लिखा होता है. किसी के भी परमानेंट करियर में वो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. पर वही बच्चा जब स्कूल में जीत के आता है तो वी एनकरेज देम, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू अ करियर वी डोंट डू दैट. सो आई गेस एक वैसा चीज़ भी हम अपने स्कूल्स में कर सकते हैं. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, बेसिकली आई फील लेट्स हैव अ डे इन अ स्कूल. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि बच्चे क्लास में बात कर रहे होते हैं तो टीचर टोक देता है पढ़ाते टाइम कि ये क्या भिंडी बाज़ार बना रखा है या ये क्या मच्छी मार्केट टाइप बना रखा है. But kids like to talk. So as such, one ma'am was saying in the panel is that we should have a gratitude day in school, or I guess Delhi schools is already doing that. So all the schools principals or educators are present here. ये भी एक चीज़ है जो हम अपने बच्चों के साथ कर सकते हैं. Let's have a talk day in a school. Let's ask them to talk, whether they wanted to talk to their friends or to teachers or anything or something like that. Let's have a day for that as well. So apart from this, basically why I am sharing this is because I have seen a lot of kids, again I am sharing this, जो बहुत ज़्यादा डिप्रेशन में है at this point of time. I was seeing a stat yesterday that till 2021
India was the highest, has the highest death suicidal rate in terms of students as well. So हमारे पास बहुत सारे अच्छे एजुकेटर्स हैं, आप सब यहाँ पे बैठे हैं. And I would like to thank Kites Craft जो साल में एटलीस्ट 3-4 बार शायद उससे ज़्यादा भी इस कम्युनिटी को एक साथ लेके आता है, so that we can collaborate and share ideas. I'm here for a while, and I would love if any of you wants to talk about that, how can we lose the depression from the kids, right? Thank you so much.
Can I have a round of applause, please, for those lovely words he has given us today?
So, thank you so much, Mr. Naveen Kalra, the founder and director of CodeGem. Thank you so much, sir. As you mentioned, in case, we always look forward at Kitescraft Production, as I mentioned in the very beginning, that this is a golden opportunity for us, especially to bring all the creative minds, knowledgeable minds under one roof, so that there can be discussion, there can be projects, there can be challenges that are taken up together. So in case of any queries, any concerns, any questions in mind, please feel free to connect with our Kitescraft team so that they can connect you with the concerned person. Also, all the resource persons who are present here. Okay, so I would like to invite Mr. Naveen Kalra on stage. So please be on stage so that we can felicitate you. So please. And I invite Gio, Rahul, and Diksha to please come up on stage and felicitate Mr. Naveen Kalra, the founder and director of CodeGem.
Education, and we'll be getting into more industries. The topic that I am talking about today is on leadership. The importance of leadership in the space of education. If you don't mind, I'll be talking in Hindi as well as English, because Hindi हमारी मातृभाषा है. So don't mind me if I keep looking at the screen, because I don't remember half the points, so you'll have to bear with me. So what is essential for educators of the future? I personally feel the creation of language of understanding between learners, mentors and leaders. When I was having a panel discussion, I highlighted the fact that I might be a mentor, but at the end of the day, I am also a learner. And if you see these 3 points, learners, mentors and leaders, it's a continuous circle which will go round and round. As we mentioned and highlighted earlier also, that we learn till the end we're alive on this face of earth. And yeah, we basically need to create an environment of deep learning, which means we need to walk the talk. And a lot of times leadership is mistaken as dictatorship. We as leaders a lot of times want to create followers, but that is not what leadership is about. Leadership is about creating an example so that you create more leaders around you and you inspire people to be like you and many others who are inspiring the young generation and the future of our country. And change is the only concept, which means something that we learned, we need to unlearn, which I've been focusing continuously since I've stepped foot on the stage from the time I was moderating the session. Some of the most important points for a characteristic of a good leader are empathy, resilience, communication, integrity, decision-making, and delegation. I won't talk much about it because these points are self-explanatory in itself. What are the factors that affect or are effective for leadership? So self-confidence. Sometimes a leader is overconfident, which can inspire others to be overconfident too. So you have to mentally be aware of what words are coming out of your mind, which can inspire in the right or the wrong way. You have to be responsible because you are laying a foundation for a student or whoever your mentee is for the future. your energy levels, they always need to be high, because if you're dull, your students also going to be dull. You need to be innovation. By innovation, we mean we need to keep coming up with innovative ways of teaching, educating, inspiring others. The ability to solve interpersonal tensions. That means, as I mentioned, leader is not a dictator. And if you feel there's a communication gap between you and your mentee, you need to bridge that gap. So it's very important to have a healthy relationship where it's a to and fro communication. It's not one-sided. Accept the consequences of their decision, which means you have to be responsible enough to admit if you're wrong. We are only human at the end of the day, right? Never be overconfident, because that again inspires the student thinking that that's the right way. And you need to be able to adjust to the fact that learning is a continuous process. And last but not the least, take the initiative in social situations. That means a leader is not necessarily always doing something to make a material gain out of what he's trying to do. But at the same time, you need to be in a position of giving back to the society. Like, we all are here together, we are dedicating a day towards a cause, so which is our way of giving back to the society in the most best possible way. This is my very favorite quote that I'd like to quote. His name is Simon Sinek. We become leaders the day we decide to help people grow, not numbers. That means हमें लोग नहीं बटोरने हैं. It has to be unconditional, right? नेकी करो, दरिया में डाल दो. And I like to mention some examples. This lady here is Miss Annapurna Mohan, who had a full-time corporate job, who left the job just so that she could go to government schools down south, where it was an English medium school, but most of the communication was happening in the local dialect. So it was defying the fact that you were not educating the child to converse in English. So that is her way of giving back as a social responsibility. She had a well-paying job, she had a good, comfortable life, but she went back to the village. She took this initiative, and today she is impacting a lot of kids in her part of the village. And I was truly inspired by Mr. Imran Khan. He's a Sanskrit teacher. He's based out of Rajasthan. And he has developed around 30 lakh apps which he has given out for free. So these are some of the qualities of a good leader. And I'll again emphasize on the same fact that डांट से नहीं होती leadership, प्यार से होती है. As I was discussing outside also with one of the attendees, that something that my dad taught me while I was growing up, that your tongue, it's like like a bow. If it leaves the arrow, you don't know where it's going to go. So you have to be very cautious of what comes out of your mouth, because these kids are very vulnerable at that age. It can impact their heart, and they'll probably remember it for life. So yeah, and on that note, I wanted to keep the presentation on leadership very crisp and small, because I'm sure the method of going deep down into theory doesn't really make sense for me. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you so much. Yeah, and I'd like to thank Kitescraft Productions also, and International Education Award Summit 2022. Thank you so much. And on that note, I'd like to say bye. And if there are any questions for me, please feel free to ask me. I am open to questions. Does anybody need a mic? I'll take 2-3 questions, but if there are more, I'm more than happy to do that. No? Are you guys hesitant, or you don't have any questions? Please, what do you want to ask? See, so we need to inspire, the age is no bar. At her own level, she is a leader in itself, because she took that initiative to raise her hand. Yes. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, stand before you is Avika Jain from India. Namaste. I study in 3rd grade. I'm in Prudence School.
Do you have any question for me? Sure. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is pink.
Mine is also pink, but it's baby. You want to give me a high five? All right. Thank you so much, guys. Tony, take it away.
Can I have a round of applause, please, everyone, for those lovely words we have been filled with?
As Sir said, the leadership is all a role that is played by each and every one of you at your respective places. And Kai's Craft Production, along with the support of MentorX, has always taken this initiative in terms of making sure that we get that opportunity to bring together the creative minds. As you all know that we have awardees from all over India joining in today, being shortlisted among numerous that were selected. And there were a lot who applied for it, but our jury, the team selected the nominations as per the points. And it is really a great opportunity to witness this great event. Moving forward, once again, I thank Khalid Wani sir. We have with us Ms. Rabia Bhatia, founder at Web Studio Channel, Mentor of Change at Niti Aayog, and TEDx speaker. So we'll have a quick session with Ms. Rabia Bhatia, founder at Web Studio Channel. Can we have a huge round of applause for ma'am? एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. We'll just take a quick minute to introduce you, ma'am.
So, Dr. Rabia Bhatia, Mrs. Delhi NCR finalist, Mrs. Angelic Fashionista, and Mrs. International Queen 2022, a mompreneur, global speaker, and SDG ambassador, thought leader, author, and founder director of ED Web Studio Channel. Having spent 25 years as a working professional, she has had an enriching experience of working on and understanding varied industries, and would like to proceed further on this path and work on more projects that will give her a chance to employ this knowledge to achieve good results, and also give her an opportunity to explore new avenues. Expertise in operations management, brand management and communication expert, collateral management, content and training, customer service and HR operations, policies and procedures, and performance management. And if this list goes on and on, so can I have a round of applause for this beautiful persona between us?
Dr. Rabia Bhatia, over to you, ma'am, for your session.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, as you already know, my name is Dr. Rabia Bhatia. They have introduced me in a huge manner, though there was no such requirements actually, because I'm not here to introduce myself or to talk about myself. I'll be talking about skills training, skills education, which is a part of NEP 2020. So I have a question for all of you. We all are parents, right? What do we think about the glamour industry or the aviation industry? Anybody, what perceptions do we have about the glamour industry and the aviation industry? Anybody can answer. What do you think? What kind of field it is for our students, for our kids to go for as a career option? How many of us are in for this career for our kids actually? Can we raise our hands, please? Oh my God. So few of us, all right. So why is that only few of us has, we are in for this kind of field, and rest majority is not okay with this kind of field? I want an answer from the crowd. I'm not here to talk or give a lecture. I want to know your perceptions. I want to know your thoughts about this career field. Please, let's talk. Let's have an interactive discussion about it. NEP 2020 and, yes ma'am, please. Yes ma'am. Yes, absolutely.
Good afternoon, listeners. Again, I will repeat my answers. Ma'am, she asked, what we will choose, glamorous or aviation?
Why do we not choose this option. Now, the question is
I
why do
am
we have
saying
a
why
negative
no?
perception
Why
or
no?
negative thoughts
Because
about this?
glamorous means in our community, maximum in news also many things. Glamorous means everything is nude. Nothing. Okay, very less clothes.
Yes, ma'am.
Less style, but aviation is hospitality.
Hospitality. Yes.
Isn't it? Aviation we like, but glamour so far.
So
we
are you okay for your child to choose
choose
any one of
aviation?
those fields?
Aviation okay?
Aviation
Because
okay,
it's
not the
giving
glamour.
hospitality, but not
All right. Not the pageant, not the glamour.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Yes, ma'am. Please.
I personally feel that glamour industry and of course the aviation industry has given a boon to all the students who are actually looking forward for a career which is actually very, very hospitable. They teach us the good hospitality, of course, and then they learn how to have a gratitude towards the people around you, how to serve them. And aviation, I think, is the best industry for the children. I would like my students also to, look up forward for this industry, of course.
Wonderful. I
Thank
love
you.
that. I really love that. I myself is a believer that there is no such field which has a negative impact on our child. It's all our own perceptions. It's all in our own mindsets. I'm not going to discuss about my age here. The only thing which I would like to say here is if you have a passion and if you have that person in you which would not get adapted to an environment which is not comfortable to you, then I think there is no such field which our child cannot choose. Whether it is a glamour industry or aviation industry or any field. It is all in our individual personalities, how we are getting adapted to the environment. Yes, change is constant. My co-speaker, the sir said that change is constant. We need to change our perceptions. We need to change our mindset. You know how much effort goes behind when it comes to the glamour industry or any pageant? I myself is a beauty pageant now. I have won all three, beauty pageants recently in the year 2022. We had sleepless nights. And the best part, I could find out in me the kind of personality and the kind of grooming we have got in those pageants and in those training days. I don't think so any field can train us that way. Education gives us knowledge, but grooming, skills training makes us our own personality. It develops our own personality, develops the persona, gives us the confidence actually to stand up here and talk in front of the whole crowd. Many students, believe me, I'll talk about my own daughter. She has a stage fear. She is a counseling psychologist, but she still has a stage fear and she cannot come up to this platform to talk in front of number of people. But my younger daughter has just joined Indigo and she has got those skills. She is getting that grooming where she can, talk in front of 100 people now. So I think don't stop your child. NEP talks about lot of career fields. NEP talks about lot of skill set. The skill set comes into picture when you and your child are together on that way.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I am in your favor. Not actually, glamour is a different kind of a thing. Glamour means not only the beauty. And hospitality, ma'am says that aviation is a hospitality. Glamour can be a hospitality.
Exactly.
So many Miss India, Miss World, they are working for the society. So many organizations which work for the society and the welfare of the people. So you can be I am also a teacher. My profession is for that building the nation, dealing with the soul. And of course, we all are the maker of the doctors and the engineers. But happy to convey this thing. So many my student, male and female, are the models. And they are very successful in their life. So it doesn't mean education means education can be in any field. It may be a glamour, it may be aviation, it may be a doctors and the engineers. I think I am with you, ma'am. So it is good.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much for this support and for this wonderful thought process actually. Your child will get into those skill training in case that child has the passion towards learning that skill. Believe me, if you force your child to go in for that skill training or to go in for that career field, they will not achieve any success.
Recently, the government of India had introduced NEP, which powers the students of this country to choose the courses, entry and exit, and they have empowered the students. Now, as an institution, of course, we are doing better in all the field. Now, every day we are very much conscious about their curriculum, placements, other research activities. As institution, if we fail to do, the students, they have option to change in between. If it is a 4 years course, after completing first or second year, they can get diploma. If the student is coming for BTech, he has got an option of going back to any other institutions, whichever he feels. So this is a very nice development in India recently took place. I would appreciate the government of India to be more flexible and supportive to the private institutions. Like in foreign, if you see Harvard and Stanford, they are given free hands, therefore they could achieve. In India, still we are yet to. There is I would say, there is a stepmotherly treatment between a government institution and private institutions. And really, a group, SRM, is doing wonderful in the field of education for the past 5 decades. They should select the institution and government should support them. Now, in SRM, more than a lakh of students are studying. And placement, for example, if you see this year, more than 8,000 students have been placed in overall. If you talk about, we have 5 campuses.
That's incredible, sir. Sir, that's really, really commendable.
Yeah, yes. So likewise, see what I mean to say, there are many institutions in India. Government should support them and encourage them. These days you will find how many students they are going to government institutions, IITs. While discussing with one of our senior professors here. These days you will find private universities, they are doing better. While discussing with one of the students, he was advising, better IIM means ABC, CAT means ABC. Even I got confused. He said, IIM, CAT means Ahmedabad, Bangalore and Calcutta. They are not thinking. There are so many IIMs, but they consider only ABC.
That's true, sir. Sir, we are also the same way working with so many projects on the government, but we really value your insights.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, I'm really happy. Crafts and kites, they have given, kites and crafts have given opportunity to speak in front of you.
Thank you for
this.
being with us. And now passing on the mic to our wonderful international poetess, Anjuji. Ma'am, it's indeed a privilege to host you here. So we all talking about education and maybe technology, but I know literature holds a deep root, and our civilizations, that is where we come from. So how you think through literature we can take it forward?
थैंक यू एवरीवन, आप सभी का मैं स्वागत और अभिनंदन करती हूँ और थैंक यू। मैं ये कहूँगी कि हम इतिहास से तो सीखेंगे ही, जो सीखेंगे इतिहास से सीखेंगे, लेकिन अपने अंदर जुनून जिंदा हो तो हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। विल गो फॉरवर्ड इट। कोई भी स्टडी हो, कविता हो, आपका कुछ भी हो, कहीं बिजनेस में जाना है, स्टडी में जाना है, तो अगर हम अपने आप को मूव नहीं कराएंगे किसी भी एज में, तो हम स्ट्रगल नहीं करेंगे, तो हम आगे पहुंच नहीं पाएंगे। थैंक यू।
It's really wonderful, to hear from you, ma'am. And I must say, definitely the dimensions have been changed. We have been evolved, and it was earlier said, like, if I see my father or my grandfather, it is generation gap. Nowadays, generation gap is in 5 years. you know, the kind of innovation. It is like innovate or evaporate. That is the word we live in. So we have to match the steps of Gen Z. That is the kind of the world we are living in. And I feel, you know, I see people, veterans from the startup ecosystem, the one who created Kulji and Kulpritji. They're doing wonderful work for the startups and budding entrepreneurs. What innovation you feel, both of you, like quickly we can tell, because education and I guess academy and corporates, one we bridge the gap between the same, there's no looking back. So what it is, how you know, startup culture has been so evolving, and we ourselves, you know, MentorX have been really pioneer in mentoring the startups all over the world. But what it is, you know, what you see, that why there is always kind of a rush that nowadays people are not even waiting for 3 years to sustain a company. They want to be a startup or a unicorn from the day one. So what it is and how, what, you know, message you want to give to educators, how to get that patience even in the Gen Z?
Thank you so much, Nancy. Yeah, that's a very good question. Like earlier, what we used to, the kind of ecosystem we used to have at our times, that was basically like everybody used to think for a long-term kind of you know, planning. So everybody used to think, okay, if I want to be a doctor or if I want to be an engineer, this is the long-term planning I have. I have to score this many number of marks in my
Exactly.
10th and 12th, and then I have to go to this college and that. But now, as you said, definitely the system has changed altogether. The system has been like, it is either like you have to adjust with the system or you just evaporate. So entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem is definitely the kind of you know, the system which has been evolved over the past. Like you have to be very fast, you know? And it is all about the innovation and it's all about the ideas. So if your ideas are there, so basically all the mentors are sitting over here and all the teachers. I would like to just give a small message to them that we should nurture these ideas in these students. Like if anybody is having an idea, if somebody is thinking out of the box, we should just nurture them. We should just you know, encourage them to think out of the box, because we have unicorns coming out of these ideas only.
Exactly, exactly. This is really nice point by you, and I must say, as you say that if in dynamic, fast-changing world, everything people want like a 2 minutes noodles, you know, that things happen. So you know, and it's not just you know, that we want to make it happen. Network, infrastructure, ecosystem, everything plays a big role. Yeah. And I feel like with the presence of all the wonderful foreign delegates here, now this is what is what we witness here. I mean, we witness here collaboration. We witness here making a network, which is your network. I mean, we are welcoming, you know, wonderful august gathering here. They welcoming us to the other states. And this is what we are known for. So something related to network, as you're making wonderful communities out there.
First of all, very big thank you to Dr. Munish and Dr. Nancy and this wonderful audience here. So we, you know, networking is the way forward. Unless and until we collaborate with teachers, with the educators, with the policy makers, and then we collaborate with our peers. Only then the people, the young generation can grow faster at the pace which you were mentioning, you know, कि आज startup किया और परसों तक unicorn बनना है. So unless and until that collaboration is not there, and that's what me and Kulpreet as co-founders, we are doing it along with Dr. Nancy and Dr. Munish. We provide that platform. Collaboration and networking is the key thing, where you know, the students of today can become the leaders of tomorrow.
Wow, wonderful. And you know, yeah, please.
I would just like to add one point in like what Ankur was saying. As we have the entrepreneurs media is an ecosystem which is basically to support all the startups, the entrepreneurs, the aspiring entrepreneurs, and small and mid-sized businesses. So in case you people being mentors and being the teachers of these students, if you think that anybody needs our assistance or our support in that, we are always there to do that, because we know that the future is going to be for the entrepreneurship and the startup ecosystem. So
Really amazing. And I must say, as we are, heard from all of us, I feel, I have someone next to me, Miss Varsha Jain, who has been a pioneer, not just, from formative years, inculcating the same values, what I see, be it entrepreneurship, creativity in her children. So what is, something, it's like a banyan tree. It's not that one day it soars high and you become an entrepreneur, you become a unicorn. It starts with the formative age. So definitely as RevUp and MentorX, we are gearing, always for the Gen Z and making them skill building. I have seen her as a parent doing so wonderful. So what it takes from the formative years, Avika being 7 years, and Avirat already being tech people and really budding on.
Now they are growing up. I feel it's time working. They need my daughter can work and I can be a change. They like after a few years, they will be on their own. They will have their decisions, their desires, everything. They don't need me more in their life. Rather than preserving them, better if I start constructing here. So I can be an example for my daughter. That is how my entrepreneur journey.
Really, really wonderful and really inspiring. I feel the panel has a lot of weightage, and hats off to all of us together. And we'll just have a standing ovation to all the panel here with probably, 10 seconds from each. We got network building, we got ecosystem building, getting into, the way Anjuji has turned poetry from, there's just no age of talent in entrepreneurship. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful panel. And let's have a group picture together. I request Dr. Jindal to join us and help us in the team for the felicitation.
I would invite Dr. Manish Jindal to please come forward and felicitate all our panelists. I would also invite Gio and Rahul to please come up and felicitate all our panelists.
Please be there with us. And I request, our esteemed guest, Miss Voleta, international public figure, Slovenia, to please come and honor our esteemed panelist. Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause? Each one. Thank you so much for being here and taking your precious time out. I request Dr. Jindal to honor ma'am with a floral welcome. Please, ma'am, be here. Can we have Thank you so much for being here. Ma'am has been the former deputy to the PM, Slovenia. And, trust me, it is really wonderful to have ma'am here and encourage all of us. Thank you for being here.
So I would now request ma'am to give away the token of love and appreciation to all our panelists. Mr. Ankur Sarin, the co-founder, Entrepreneurs Media. A huge round of applause. Thank you, sir, for being the panelist. एक जोरदार तालियां हो जाए एक बार, please. Thank you.
All right, so we would like to facilitate some powerful people over here. So first I would like to announce and I would like to invite on stage Dr. Aurora Martin, Education Ambassador, Romania. Can we have her on stage, please? Can I have a round of applause for Dr. Aurora Martin, please, everyone?
Dr. Aurora Martin, Professor, Vice President, International Institute for Human Security, Gender Equality Expert within the government and the Parliament of Romania. Global Chair for Intellectual Dialogue, G100 Global Women Leaders. Can we have a huge round of applause? As a fellow of the US State Department Professional Fellows Program, she has implemented a unique project in the EU, Mobile Museum for Modern Slavery. Can we have a huge round of applause?
Come on, everyone. Where is the energy lost? Everyone, can I have a round of applause, please?
We'll be in a short while stepping into the award ceremony as well. Please, a huge round of applause for all the eminent personalities as we felicitate them. I would also invite Gio and Rahul to please come up on stage.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So next we would like to call on stage Dr. Nicolita Akatrinai, the scientist by Switzerland, from Switzerland. Can I have a round of applause, please, everyone? क्या मुझे बार-बार बोलना पड़ेगा आप सबको? Can I have a round of applause for Dr. Nicolita Akatrinai? Okay, thank you so much. And next, I would like to call on stage Miss Rita Rose Babagallo, Red Peacock, Australia. Can I have a round of applause, please, everyone?
As we have the eminent personalities, please, the clapping should not stop as we have all the eminent personalities. Also, let us all welcome Her Highness Shubhangini Raje Gaikwad, Rajmata of Baroda, who has graced the occasion as the chief guest, Honorable Chancellor Maharaja Sayajji Rao, University of Baroda. Can we have a huge round of applause as ma'am has joined us now for the International Education Awards 2022. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Next, I would like to call on stage Mr. Eugene Pizzolato, Human Compass, Australia. Everyone, can I have a round of applause, please? Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Next, I would like to call on stage Dr. Sarifa Alonto Younes, President, International Academy of Marawi, Australia.
Let's have a huge round of applause for all the eminent personalities as we felicitate them, marching forward to the much-awaited award function. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable time and presence.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time. Next, I would like to call on stage Ms. Ruth B. Nikube, Chairman of AFC Insurance, Zimbabwe. Everybody, please put your hands together.
So it's a very golden opportunity to have all our eminent personalities being present here during the International Education Awards 2022. And I would request everyone to be on stage as we felicitate and also welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Rajmata of Baroda, Her Highness Shubhangini Raje Gaikwad. Ma'am, I would like to have you on stage.
So let's share a few words about her. She was born on 24th February 1945 and married to Srimant Maharaja Ranjit Singh Gaikwad of Baroda, mother of 2 daughters and a son. She was graduated with honors in history, English literature and economics from Lucknow University in 1964. She is a senator of Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda since 2012. She has the privilege of working with teachers and students, which strongly advocates universal and free primary education for basic literacy for adults as well as children. With special emphasis to girl child, she advocates closer and meaningful ties between industry and education, especially in technology and research and development. She has visited many overseas countries, including USA, Canada, UK, other European countries, Middle East countries, and Far East countries.
So it's a great honor. Can we have a huge round of applause for Rajmata of Baroda, Her Highness Shubhangini Raje Gaikwad. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being present here today. We also have with us on stage, as a guest of honor, Mr. Georgie Kochipurakal, the founder, chairman, and councillor director of Global Chamber of Consumer Rights, GCCR.
All right, everyone, now it is time to launch the magazine, The Educator, with the captures, in essence, the story of the top 100 educators across the country. The magazine would shed light on the trials and tribulations that they have faced in the pursuit of transforming education. It would help you to dive into the circumstances that have motivated them to play a critical role in the education sector.
So once again, congratulating the Kitescraft production team and also all the dignitaries. Can we have some music, please? Can we have a huge, huge round of applause for all the efforts put in by the Kitescraft production team?
Okay, as I said before, now it's time to launch the magazine, The Educator, which captures, in essence, the story of the top 100 educators across the country. The magazine would shed light on the trials and tribulations that they have faced in the pursuit of transforming education. It would help you to dive into the circumstances that have motivated them to play a critical role in the education sector.
So congratulations to the Kitescraft production team for putting all their efforts in compiling this whole event, the International Education Awards 2022. A huge round of applause as they now launch the magazine, The Educator. So, congratulations to all.
Heartiest congratulations to Kitescraft production. This is phenomenal. A round of applause, everyone, for the wonderful magazine launch. And over to you, Tony.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being a wonderful part of this beautiful event of today.
Now, I would request Her Highness Shubhangini Raje Gaikwad, Rajmata of Baroda, to please come up and share a few words with us. I request Ma'am, Her Highness, to please come forward and share a few words with us.
Namaskar. And good evening to all present here. I'm happy to be a part of this function for the International Education Awards and Summit. I thank the Kitescraft Productions and other organizers for extending me an invitation to attend this summit and address this distinguished audience, which has several outstanding leaders who have made major contribution in the field of education. I feel proud to represent the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda, which carries forward the illustrious legacy of the great ruler of Baroda state, after whom this university is named. I feel proud of being associated with the educational legacy of Maharaja Sayajirao Gaikwad III. The Maharaja took path-breaking steps for promoting education, both at the level of schools and higher education, more than a century before the right to education came into effect in our own country. He had made it compulsory for the people of his state to send their children to schools. He encouraged the education among women and socially educationally backward classes. It is because of his financial and moral support that the great Bharat Ratna, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, first completed his graduation at the Mumbai University and then enrolled at the Columbia University in pursuit of his doctoral studies in economics and law. It was Maharaja Sahib who had supported him throughout his educational career. We have been witnessing an era of big transformation in the educational sector. The virus pandemic has impacted the education sector fundamentally. It has forced us to take education out of the classrooms, out of the physical classrooms into the digital platforms. Besides, the globalization of the knowledge economy has once again underscored the need for interdisciplinary skill-based education. The national education policy is aiming at 50% gross enrollment ratio by 2030 from the current 26%, while India has one of the largest education sectors in the world, with nearly 1,000 universities and 51,000 institutions and 40 million students. It's still not adequate to achieve the goal of the enlargement of the education sector. Along with this GER, we also need to worry about the quality of the education imparted by our institutions, employability of our graduates, and the financing of higher education. The university and higher education institutions will need to collaborate with industry closely and align their courses and pedagogy to the demands of the economy and the society. I'm happy that the new education policy has placed a lot of emphasis on the excellence and interdisciplinary, relevant and skill-based education. Combining excellence with the spread of education is the only viable strategy to make our country's education sector thrive and meet the challenges of the future. The leadership is the most important factor that causes an institution to advance or decline. Effective leaders in higher education have a passion for making their institutions grow on both quantitative and qualitative parameters. And they play a crucial role in designing and implementing these strategies. I'm happy that the awards being conferred today are a recognition of the importance of leadership in higher education sector. These awards will inspire the awardees as well as others to do better. I heartily congratulate the various awardees. I strongly believe that leadership cannot be effective without a foundation of good values, and effective leaders in education do not bank so much upon the power and authority that comes with them, but upon their strong desire to help others around them. Only the knowledgeable, compassionate, and value-based education leadership would bring the turnaround in higher education. And India has been aiming at that for the past decades. As leaders of our universities, we are joining our desires to create a brighter future for all. We all work across communities, disciplines, and international borders to produce world-class research that balances academic excellence with unfaltering commitment to social, economic, and environmental progress. The value of such awards of excellence lies in motivating all of us to develop the right vision, the right strategies and right values for the future development of higher education in India and the world. I once again thank the organizers for making me a part of this International Education Awards function this evening. Let me end with words from the Riga Veda. Ano bhadraha krataveyantu vishwataha. May noble thoughts come to us from all directions. With these words, I wish all of you the best success in your professional work and in your future. Jai Hind.
Her Highness, thank you so much for the words of wisdom, especially focusing on the element of education. Yes, please be on stage, please be on stage. I would also request Gio Munisa to be on stage as we start the award ceremony now. As we start the award ceremony. So are you all excited for the much awaited, from the very morning we were having a lot of discussions, content, ideas, sharing, and finally we have reached the award ceremony. So can we have a huge round of applause to see the excitement level? I guess the people at the back are not able to hear us. Can we have a huge round of applause? That will prove, yes, our voice is reaching there. Perfect, thank you. So I shall announce the category and the awardee then. We have with us award for the pride in the profession. The pride in the profession, and the award goes to Manya Thakur. Can we have a huge round of applause for Manya Thakur? Can we have a huge round of applause for all the awardees now as we step into next we have the most influential principal of the year 2022, Dr. Rajesh Gandral. Can we have a huge round of applause for the most influential principal of the year 2022, Dr. Rajesh Gandral. Ladies and gentlemen, the clapping should not stop. Next we have the Educational Excellence Award 2022 going to Shaurya International School, Jammu. Shaurya International School, Jammu. Next we have award for contribution to student development, Shami Lawrence H. As I announced, I expect a huge round of applause during the International Education Awards 2022. Congratulating all the awardees. This is Shami Lawrence H receiving for contribution to student development. Next we have Teaching Excellence Award that goes to Shri Chandulal Nanavati Vidya Mandir. We have Principal Neelav M. Can we have a huge round of applause for Shri Chandulal Nanavati Vidya Mandir Award for Teaching Excellence. Congratulations, ma'am. Next we have the Best School of the Year award that goes to Doon International School, Amritsar. Best School of the Year award that goes to Doon International School, Amritsar. Do we have members from Doon International School? Next we have the Best Innovative Learning Tools award and it goes to Children's Academy Senior Secondary School, Haldwani, Nainital. Do we have the members? Yes. Children's Academy Senior Secondary School, Haldwani, Nainital. Best Innovative Learning Tool. Next we have the award for excellence in research in Reiki and Spiritual Sciences. We have Rajiv Lochan Panda from Infinite Love Academy. Next we have Education for Girl Child Award and it goes to Gudapati Nirmala. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please? It's a humble request that we have the clapping. Huge round of applause for all the awardees. Gudapati Nirmala. You're around? Okay. Next we have Best Kindergarten School of the Year and it goes to ODM Kids World. Best Kindergarten School of the Year Award, ODM Kids World. Members, are you there? Okay. Moving forward. Best School Promoting Extracurricular Activity, we have Vidyanjali Primary and High School. Vidyanjali Primary and High School. Do we have the members? A huge round of applause for the members from Vidyanjali Primary and High School. Best School Promoting Extracurricular Activity Award. I would request all the awardees to receive the award and move down from the right hand side as the team shall lead you for the interview as well. Moving forward. we have with us the Best Vocational and Skill Training Institute. We have Ink School Tattoo Training Institute, India. Best Vocational and Skill Training Institute. Can we have a huge round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Ink School Tattoo Training Institute, India. Next is the Best Teaching Award, and it goes to Radhe Lal Utranchali. Are you present? Radhe Lal Utranchali, the Best Teaching Award. We have Best School Using STEM Technology Award. Next we have the Best School Using STEM Technology Award, and it goes to Brigade Public School. Brigade Public School. Members, are you present? Great. So I can see the smiling face walking all the way. This is Brigade Public School. Best School Using STEM Technology Award. Next we have Lifetime Achievement Award in the area of innovation and incubation support, and it goes to Anil Patil Kulkarni. I would request Georgie sir to also join on stage to give away the award. Georgie sir, please be on stage. Next we have the Lifetime Achievement Award in Implementation of Information and Communication Technology in Education Domain. We have with us Siddhesh Kumar R, Managing Director of YAPS Group. As I mentioned, Mr. Anil Patil Kulkarni and Siddhesh Kumar R. They are the special guests also who have graced the occasion. Siddhesh Kumar R, Managing Director of VAPS Group, receiving the award for Lifetime Achievement in Implementation of Information and Communication Technology in Education Domain. Thank you, Mr. Anil and Siddhesh, for your valuable presence, and congratulations. Next we have the Best Preschool of the Year Award. It goes to Bachpan Play School. A huge round of applause for members from Bachpan Play School. Next we have the Best Teacher of the Year Award, and it goes to Rupa Argamunda. Best Teacher of the Year, Rupa Aravamundan. Congratulations. To Ms. Rupa and all the awardees receiving the award during the International Education Awards 2022. Best Teacher of the Year, Rupa. Just a quick check. There is a phone that is lost, that is 12 Pro Max. If anybody has found it, please return it to the registration desk or at the backstage. Thank you. Moving forward, next we have the Best Online goes to BrainTech Learning Center. BrainTech Learning Center for Best Online Education Platform. Next, we have the Best Infrastructure of the Year award, and it goes to Bhatnagar International School of Paschim Bihar. Can we have a huge round of applause for Best Infrastructure of the Year award, and it goes to Bhatnagar International School, Paschim Bihar. Members from the school kindly come forward. We have the Best Residential School of the Year award, and it goes to MentorX High School. MentorX High School. Best Residential School of the Year. I would request all the awardees to receive the award and go from the right side of the stage. We have Lifetime Achievement Award in the field of Ayurvedic Science, and it goes to Dr. Satish Sharma. Dr. Satish Sharma. Over there. Dr. Satish Sharma. Next we have the Special Principal Recognition Award, and it goes to Professor K. Kamal. Professor K. Kamal. Special Principal Recognition Award. Next we have the Best School Correspondent of the Year, and it goes to MMK Mohideen Ibrahim. Best School Correspondent of the Year, MMK Mohideen Ibrahim. Let's all have a huge round of applause as the awardees step forward to receive the award under various categories, shortlisted from numerous participants and with different criteria. Next we have the Best School Promoting Extracurricular Activity Award, and it goes to MITS Medha International School. MITS Medha International School for the Best School Promoting Extracurricular Activities. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. I have to be stiff in saying I won't be announcing until there is a huge round of applause for all the awardees, each and everyone present under this school during the International Education Award 2022. I would now request Her Highness to please be seated. Next we have Innovation in Education Award, and it goes to AKV Vidyalaya. AKV Vidyalaya. I can see the clapping starting, but the encouragement needs to be there for all the awardees. AKB Vidyalaya, receiving the award for innovation in education. Next we have the Innovative Teacher of the Year award, and it goes to Geeta N. Geeta N, Innovative Teacher of the Year. Next, we have the award for contribution to student development, and it goes to Mrs. Savita Prashant Vakchare. Next, we have the award for contribution to student development, and the award goes to Mrs. Savita Prashant Vakchare. Can we have a huge round of applause for ma'am as she's marching forward to receive the award? This is Mrs. Savita Prashant. I would also request Dr. Nicolete to please be on stage to give away the award along with ma'am. There was request. Please join them on stage. Next we have Education and Training Social Enterprise, and it goes to Yadu Prasad Sharma. Yadu Prasad Sharma for Education and Training Social Enterprise. So you're there? Perfect. Congratulations to Mr. Yadu Prasad Sharma. Next we have the Dynamic Professor of the Year award, and it goes to Dr. Davinder Kaur. Dynamic Professor of the Year, and it goes to Dr. Davinder Kaur. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for all the awardees. Next we have the Innovation in Education Award, and it goes to SDM High School and Junior College. SDM High School and Junior College receiving the award for Innovation in Education. Next we have the Best Motivational Speaker of the Year award, and it goes to Jimmy Pandita. Jimmy Pandita for the Best Motivational Speaker of the Year. Can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you. This is Jimmy Pandita receiving the award for Best Motivational Speaker of the Year. Next we have the Contribution to Women Empowerment through Education, and the award goes to Harish Sadani. Harish Sadani for Contribution to Women Empowerment through Education. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please, as we are having the award ceremony. We have the Best School Using Hands-on Practice award, and it goes to Vidarthi Maharishi Smart School. Members from Vidharthi Maharishi Smart School, receiving the award for Best School Using Hands-on Practice. Next, we have the award for contribution to education community, and the award goes to Professor Dr. Ajay Goyal. Professor Dr. Ajay Goyal receiving the award for contribution to education community. So you're there? Professor Dr. Ajay Goyal. Next we have award for contribution to student development, and the award goes to Nandita Roy Baul. Nandita Roy Baul receiving the award for contribution to student development. Congratulations, ma'am. Next we have the award for Best Mathematics Teacher of the Year, Haraprasad Sahu. Haraprasad Sahu receiving the award for Best Mathematics Teacher of the Year. Next we have Research Award in Humanities, and the award goes to Dr. Gautam Banerjee. Dr. Gautam Banerjee receiving the award for Research Award in Humanities. Dr. Gautam Banerjee, if you're there. Okay, moving forward. Next we have Best Managed School Award, and it goes to Madhav Rao Scindia Public School. Madhav Rao Scindia Public School. We have with us Dr. Saurabh Kumar Agarwal. You're there? Welcome, sir. Can we have a huge round of applause for Best Managed School? Madhav Rao Scindia Public School. Congratulations, sir. We have with us award for contribution to education community, Professor Dr. Mukesh Yadav. Award for contribution to education community, Professor Dr. Mukesh Yadav. Next we have Best Language Teacher of the Year award, and it goes to Parinita Nagesh Patkar. Parinita Nagesh Patkar receiving the award for Best Language Teacher of the Year. Next we have with us Best Technical Instructor of the Year. Best Technical Instructor of the Year, and the award goes to Engineer Sanjeev Deswal, Dronovir Academy, Dehradun. Best Technical Instructor of the Year, Engineer Sanjeev Deswal, Dronaveer Academy, Dehradun. Congratulations, sir. I would request all the awardees to receive the award and get down from the stage from the right side. It's a humble request. Next we have with us Best Preschool of the Year award, and it goes to Little Falcons. Best Preschool of the Year award, and it goes to Little Falcons. This is Best Preschool of the Year award, and it goes to Little Falcons. Next we have Best Managed School award, and it goes to SRM, Welkin High Secondary School support. Best Managed School Award, SRM, Welkin Higher Secondary School, Sopore, Kashmir. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? Next we have Best School of the Year Award, and it goes to BIT Global School. BIT Global School. Members from, great. Best School of the Year award. Okay. BIT Global School. Next we have the Best Teacher of the Year award. We have the Best Teacher of the Year award, and it goes to Dr. Sohail Mohammad Rafiq. Sorry, Dr. Sohail Mohammad Rafiq Sab, Best Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, sir.
Okay, so the next category is the Most Entrepreneurial Institution of the Year, and this award goes to National Council of Fine Service Engineering, Nagpur. The Most Entrepreneurial Institution of the Year, that goes to National Council of Fire Service Engineering, Nagpur. Category is the Lifetime Achievement Award, that goes to Professor Ramchet Chaudhary. Okay, so the next category is Best Pediatric Laparoscopic Surgeon in Delhi and NCR, and that goes to Dr. Brahmanand Lal. Dr. Brahmanand Lal. Can we have him on stage, please? the next category is the Best Preschool of the Year award, and that goes to Mahapragya School. Best Preschool of the Year award, Mahapragya School. Do we have somebody from there? Okay, let's roll over to the next. Is Innovative Professor of the Year. That goes to Dr. Sanjeevani Pandey. Okay, so the next category is Coaching Institute of the Year. That goes to RS Educational Institute. Is the Best Professor of the Year. That goes to Professor Dr. Ankit Bhargava. Do we have him here? Professor Dr. Ankit Bhargava for the Best Professor of the Year. Okay, so the next is Asia's #1 Multimedia and Animation Institute. That goes to Excel Multimedia and Animation Institute. Young Director of the Year, and that goes to Anand Chaudhary. Okay, so the next category is Most Promising Preschool. That goes to Hopscotch Preschool. The next category is Entrepreneur Director of the Year. That goes to Sanjay Kumar Sharma. Do we have Sanjay Kumar Sharma with us? All right, let's roll over to the next category. That is Dynamic Teacher of the Year. That goes to Miraj Hashmatullah. Do we have him on stage, please? Okay, so the next category is the Best Preschool of the Year award. That goes to Podar Jumbo Kids BTM Layout.
Can we have a huge round of applause for all the awardees? Ladies and gentlemen, एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए हमारे सभी awardees के लिए. Please, it's a humble request. Can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you. Next, we have the Best School of the Year award, and it goes to Doon International School, Amritsar. Best School of the Year award, and it goes to Doon International School, Amritsar.
Dynamic Teacher of the Year, and that goes to Syed Saeedzar Begum. Do we have them on stage, please? Can we have them on stage? So can we have Dr. Nancy Juneja on stage to facilitate the awardees, please? Dynamic Teacher of the Year award. That was Saida Sajdar Begum. Can we have Dr. Nancy on stage, please? So the next award is a Lifetime Achievement Award that goes to Rakesh Verma. Okay, let's roll over to the next. Higher Education Publisher of the Year, that goes to Emerald Institute of Technology. Okay, let's roll over to the next. Best School of the Year award, that goes to Bhatnagar International School, Paschim Bihar. Best Professor of the Year, and that goes to Ajit Kumar Jeena. Everybody, can I have a round of applause for all the awardees here? Everyone, please. Okay, so next category is Lifetime Achievement Award, and that goes to Sangeeta Verma. Do we have Sangeeta Verma with us? Okay, let's roll over to the next. That is Dynamic Professor of the Year, that goes to Dr. Suchishmita Sinha. Do we have a Dr. Sushimita Sinha with us? Okay, everyone, once again, a round of applause for all the awardees present here. So, the next category is Innovation in Education Award. That goes to Dwarka International School. Innovation in Education Award, that goes to Dwarka International School. Do we have them here, or shall we roll over? Okay, please join us. So the next category is Best Residential School of the Year Award. That goes to Sant Atul Anand Residential Academy. So the next category is the Best Science Teacher of the Year. That goes to Dharamveer Kumar Tyagi. Okay, so the next category here is Award for Contribution to Student Development, and that goes to Bhagwat Prasad Sharma. Category goes Best Youngest Music Groomer of the Year. That goes to Archie Roy. goes Award for Contribution to Student Development. That goes to Joginder, SRK Skill Center, Ganor. So the next category is Edupreneur Director of the Year. That goes to Neeraj Kumar. Okay, so the next goes here is Innovative Principal of the Year, and that goes to Keshav Chandra Bora. Do we have Keshav Chandra Bora here for Innovative Principal of the Year? Okay, so let's roll over to the next. Outstanding Leadership Award, that goes to Dr. Saurabh Kumar Agarwal. Dr. Saurabh Kumar Agarwal, do we? Okay, sir, please be here on stage. So the next category is Student's Favorite Director of the Year. That goes to Kumar Abhishek. Do we have Kumar Abhishek between us? So let's roll over to the next category, that is Award for Excellence in Research. That goes to Dr. Sheikh Mohammad Qasim. Category is Best Physical Education Program. That goes to Professor Joeb Lohara, Chairman, Emmanuel Group of Institutions. next category is Best School of the Year. That goes to Imperial International School. The next category is Young Author of the Year. That goes to Ajay Kumar Bhargav. Do we have Ajay Kumar Bhargav with us? So the next goes Best Innovative Science Teacher of the Year. That goes to Reena Bhardwaj. So the next category goes Research and Innovation in Medicine Award. That goes to Dr. Kabir Bedi. Category goes the Award for Contribution to Education Community. That goes to Dr. Manjeet Kaur Hira Kaushal. Award for Contribution to Education Community. That goes to Dr. Manjeet Kaur Hira Kaushal. The next category goes Contribution in Computer Literacy and Education. That goes to Ram Rajiv Kumar. Okay, so the next category goes Best Paramedical College of the Year. That goes to Apollo Paramedical Nursing Council of India, Dr. Muhammad Abid Khan. Okay, let's roll over to the next. That goes the Best Infrastructure of the Year award. That goes to Mother Teresa Modern Public School, Kurukshetra. So the next category goes Outstanding Leadership Award for Unique Contributions, Economics, Equilibrium, Thinking and Philippisma. And this award goes to Dr. Prateep V. Philip IPSR. Okay, the next goes the Best Young Doctor of the Year award. That goes to Dr. Jagsir Kaur. So the next category goes Best Computer Education, and that goes to Aditi Computer Education, Ratna Gupta. The next category goes Award for Contribution to Education Community, and that goes to Pranav Subhash Shah. Okay, so the next category goes Edupreneur of the Year award, and that goes to Tasneem Khan, founder and principal, Daffodils Higher Secondary School. So next we go with the Best Leadership in Education, and that goes to Chandrakesh Singhal. category goes Dynamic Teacher of the Year award, and this goes to Vivek Kumar Singh. The next category goes Award for Contribution as Mid-Brain Trainer at International Level, and that goes to Dhara Parag Pathak. Award for Contribution as Mid-Brain Trainer at International Level, that goes to Dhara Parag Pathak. So the next category goes the Young Dynamic Faculty of Management Sciences Award 2022, and that goes to Dr. Sameer Shekhar, KIIT University, Bhubaneswar. So the next category goes Teaching Excellence Award. That goes to Institute of Business Studies and Research. Alright everyone, can we have a round of applause for all the awardees? For all the awardees, can we have some noise everyone? Come on. Then the next category we have Dynamic Teacher of the Year 2022. That goes to Professor Satish Bhupal Sathe. Everybody, can we have a round of applause, please? So next we have Best School of the Year. That goes to Shishu Vikas Vidya Mandir, Odisha. Yes, Tony is putting up some energy between us, but audience, क्या हो गया? Energy low होगी. Everyone, come on! Okay, so the next category is Best Life Coach and Mentor of the Year. That goes to Dr. Brijesh Sharma. Okay, so the next category goes Most Innovative Personality of the Year, and that goes to Alka Singh Tomar. So the next category goes International Artisan of the Year, and that goes to Miss Varsha Jain, founder and CEO, Nidika Jewel. Okay, so the next category goes Young Change Maker of the Year, and that goes to Miss Arushi Chug, HR Professional. Okay, she's not here. Let's roll over to the next. Educator of the Year, and that goes to Miss Gurpreet Kaur, Teacher, Bal Bharati Public School.
Next, we have the Outstanding Contribution in Literature, and the award goes to Mrs. Anju Quatra, Entrepreneur, Poetess. Next, we have, moving forward, we have Social Entrepreneur of the Year. We have Ashish Jain. Ashish Jain. Social Entrepreneur of the Year. The award goes to Ashish Jain. Next, we have the Best Tarot Card Reader Award, and it goes to Mrs. Kruti Jaiswal. Mrs. Kruti Jaiswal. Best Tarot Card Reader Award. And it goes to Mrs. Kruti Jaiswal. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. Next, we have the Remarkable Non-Profit Organization of the Year 2022, and the award goes to Mr. Yoman D. Devaraje Gowda, Chairman, Seva Group Foundation. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Remarkable Non-Profit Organization of the Year 2022, Mr. Yoman Devaraje Gowda. Congratulations to all the awardees. Next, we have the award for excellence in wildlife conservation and environment and in social awareness, and the award goes to Geetal Lakshman Rao Thate. Excellence in wildlife conservation and environment and in social awareness. Okay, we'll move forward. Next, we have International Maths Mentor of the Year, and the award goes to Ms. Sarabjit Kaur, Founder Director of Career Plus Academy. Ms. Sarabjit Kaur, Founder Director of Career Plus Academy, receiving the award for International Maths Mentor of the Year. Congratulations, ma'am. award goes to for the Mentor of the Year, and the award goes to Ms. Uma Balan, Education Specialist, Communication Fitness Coach, Mentor, Cyber Safety Expert. Ms. Uma. Moving forward. Moving forward, we have, can we have a huge round of applause? Ms. Sarabjit Kaur, Founder Director of Career Plus Academy. Next is the Best Writer of the Year, and the award goes to Megha Srivastava. Megha Srivastava. I would request Dr. Nancy and Dr. Nicoletta, as you are marching forward, please come and join at the stage. Dr. Nancy and Dr. Nicoletta, please be on stage to give away the awards. This is Megha Srivastava, Best Writer of the Year. Next is the award for excellence in psychology, and the award goes to Regina Elsa George. Regina Elsa George. Regina Elsa Georgie, if you are there. Okay, we'll move forward. Next is the Best Emerging Director of the Year award, and it goes to Dr. Vishwanathan, Director, SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Next we have the Innovative Education Leadership Award. Innovative Education Leadership Award, and it goes to Dr. R.P. Mahapatra, Teen Admissions, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Delhi NCR Campus, Ghaziabad. Innovative Education Leadership Award, Dr. R.P. Mahapatra. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause? Next is the International Academician of the Year award, and it goes to Ms. Charu Tareen. Can we have a huge round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's keep the positive vibe and the energy on. That's the spirit. International Academician of the Year, Ms. Charu Tareen. Is the Higher Education Publisher of the Year, and the award goes to Dr. Shashikant Singh Abod. Dr. Shashikant Singh Abod, founder. Uchchatar Madhyamik Shiksha Mandal, Delhi. Founder, Uchchatar Madhyamik Shiksha Mandal, Delhi. Dr. Shashikant Singh Baud, receiving the award for Higher Education Publisher of the Year. backstage, I would request the award for Best Emerging Director of the Year, Dr. Vishwanathan. Best Emerging Director of the Year, Dr. Vishwanathan, Director, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Delhi NCR Campus, Ghaziabad. Dr. Vishwanathan, receiving the award during the Can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. S. Vishwanathan, Director, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Delhi NCR Campus, Ghaziabad. Fair the award for International Artisan of the Year, Ms. Varsha Jain, Founder and CEO, Mevika Jewels. Ms. Varsha Jain. Varsha Jain. Meanwhile, ma'am, as you have that walk, we have the backstage preparing the award for you. Ms. Varsha Jain, Founder and CEO, Mevika. Dr. Jindal, please. Gio, can you please be on stage? It's a humble request. Thank you.
Dr. Reena from SRM, please just come.
As we approach the end, there are very few left. It is always said like that, it's always a challenge. But one of the awardees has mentioned, we respect the presence of each and everyone. And if you traveled all the way to participate during the International Education Awards 2022. And I thank each and every one of you for your valuable support, presence, and in you step back, reaching to your respective places. I wish you all the very best and looking forward for more such great opportunities and great interactions. I would request.
So can we have on stage Nishi Shukla, Rajwinder Kaur, Shivangi, Harmandeep Kaur, Ratan Rawat, Vincent G. Sunny, Adarsh Midhun, Hari Krishna, Jitin Ramesh, Shudhanshu Shukla, Arif Ahmad Khan, Tony Thomas, and myself, Dipanshi.
They deserve a huge, huge round of applause, the Kites Craft production team members, for putting in this beautiful, amazing event all together. It is always a challenge, but Kites Craft production team with their dedicated team members have taken this effort in keeping up to the words and taking this commitment. That is what I mentioned in the very beginning. This is our New Year resolution to celebrate education, to celebrate each and every one of you every day. I also invite Arif, please come up on stage. I can see you. Hats off to each and every member of.
I would like Tony and Dipanshi also to come there, please. Please, please. So this is a whole team of Kite Scout Productions and MentorX. Nancy ma'am, please. You also. CK sir, you also, please. CK sir, please.
The Kitescraft production team, Rahul.
Everyone,
Diksha.
come on.
Can we have a huge round of applause, Rahul? For all the awardees, I can see Gio. And congratulations to all of you for putting this great International Education Awards 2022. Looking forward for more such great events.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being such beautiful part of this lovely event. Thank you so much.
This is Tony Thomas along with
Dipanshi.
signing off.
Thank you so much.
Take care, stay blessed, stay happy.